Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us, and so glad you're with us on this Monday night. We've got a very cool show for you. It is Must See Monday, and as we kick off our very first Monday of June, we are so glad to be celebrating the best in jewelry. It is such a good lineup that we have for you tonight. It is going to be a really important yellow diamond debut, so this is not a ring you want to miss. I'll tell you, there are certain pieces that just look important, and that is what we have for you tonight in a yellow diamond, brand new design. Check that out from afar. Perfect way to get you a yellow diamond if you don't yet have one. We've got that special piece on the way for you, as well as there is going to be one blue wing block D ring. We've actually got, well, let me take that back. We have two. We have one new one. We have one that you've seen before, but it's marked down. It's one of our bigger sizes. And then we have some gorgeous, really cool fancy cut trillion cuts coming up in earrings for you in the blue wing block Ds, and we love our earrings lately. So we've been seeing, it's true, we've been saving all the fancy cuts for later in the final run of blue wings. So we've got some very special earrings tonight for you if you're a fan. Plus there's a pendant as well, bigger stone, oval as well, will go nicely with the ring that we have for you as well tonight. So there's a lot to get to in this show. We also have some wheels, and we have big top of the hours, and then we have some returning favorites as well, like diamonds in princess cuts in a gorgeous, really beautiful invisible set necklace. It's an entire necklace, so we're going to see that. But also, the one-of-a-kinds are so exciting tonight. We have some really precious, yes, I've got two Congolese blue greens that are going to be, we'll probably put them up together so you can choose which one is best for you. One is an Asher, one is an emerald cut. Also do have a very, very special Zircon. It's a yellow zircon. It looks like a yellow diamond. It's really amazing. And then we're going to see an aqua, emerald cut aqua, but it's not going to be too big, oversized like some of the emerald cuts we've seen of late. It's going to be a really nice size for a lot of you to own. And yes, we have some really important earrings. They're champagne diamonds. They're some of our best international fancy diamonds, but they are actually going to be a bigger size as well. So if you want something other than maybe an upgrade from a white diamond stud, we've got those for you tonight, as well as many, many, many more. And you know what? Here's the deal. You are interactive and important to this show, as well, you are the most important part of this show. So here's what I'd love you to do is make requests as you get them. If you think of something you'd love to see, no better time than the present to act on that. Tell us what you'd like. We'll bring it right out for you. And of course, being that it is Monday night markdowns, we're going to bring them all down in price. So that's the beautiful thing about shopping to kick off your week here this evening. And so it's a really special show. We do have some really important emeralds, or rather opals too. We've got a beautiful opal bangle. Got a spectacular opal piece that's actually a brand new ring. It's a crystal opal. You'll love it. So all that and more. Get requests in. We love to hear those. We've got turquoise earrings coming in this first couple of minutes, but I want to start with a trio of stones. You don't have to get 3 separate rings to own some of the best in zircons, and here's how. So you see here, we've got a really special collection here that is important because, well, you see the zircons here are multiple colors, all different sizes as well and shapes, and then it's going to give you this array of beautiful stones. So it's item number 111-9153 is how we get started here, and what a look this is, isn't it? The blue zircon, the pink zircon, and the yellow golden all together. All set as a trio. It looks like a bouquet on your hand is really what it looks like. 556 total weight. Oh, we didn't break this down. Sometimes we break them down. I've got 556, so just figure on average, they're really close to 2 carats, but truly the blue one's going to be a little bit larger. The yellow one might be a little bit smaller. But the beauty of it is that you get these really special stones, yet they look so good together. That's the thing. It's tough to do that sometimes in combination rings, is how do you create the perfect, unique, one-of-a-kind, but still have the stones work well together, yet they're all in the same family, but totally different origins for these stones. We got Cambodia on the blue, Sri Lanka on the pink, and then the gold and zircon as well. A really special stone. So that one's going to be 60 points in diamonds as well. You got the halo around it. Now this will stay in the white gold, so it does have to be as is, but then you actually get that bigger diamond bezel set right down the middle. So what's special about it is again, all this almost mosaic puzzle piece design all wrapped up in the split shank. It's going to be super affordable. We have one, it was $39.99. Now it's not. It gets to be a lot more affordable here for you, and that's for one caller only. So the only decision you'll have to make is what ring size you'd like, but it's a very cool ring. And yeah, this is what separates you from every other jewelry lover out there, right? When it's all about something unique and special. I'm going to try it on the other way. I had it, what I figured was upright when it was on the wheel there. So let me go go ahead and just reposition it here and flip it around so you can see what that looks like that way, because again, up to you. But see, some of the most brilliant stones you can get, all double refractive stones there, and specialty, no doubt about it. So the blue, the beautiful pink, which has almost like a burgundy tone to it, and this yellow, which I think everybody would just assume is a yellow diamond. That's what zircons can do with that double refraction. And yet bright neon pops of blue and pink and gold, and they work together. It's not even $1,000 or $9.99. So this is an important piece. It's a one only. It stays as is. All we need to do is find the right home for it. And if you want something special and unique, this is definitely it. And it's not going to be $9.99 or $8.88 or even $799. Go figure, on something that has as many gorgeous stones as this does. And we've got that one and that one only, and it's not even going to be $799. This is a first caller situation. We always recommend being right there, ready to go early, because that is how you get the deals. We bring out some of our best early, continue it all night long, but that's a winner at $777. Then we've got turquoise earrings coming up for you right after this, and they're drops, so we don't see that very often at all. So we'll see that on the way, and then let me know. I've got 30 seconds with this one, and forgive me, there's one little smudge on that blue zircon, so let me just, that's probably from me trying it on. So just a quick little polish there, and now it's good to go. So all three of those amazing stones together, one collectible piece of jewelry, and then our turquoise drop earrings are going to be coming up next, which are a little bit different. We don't see a lot of turquoise drops. We usually see a stud earring, something a little more simple. So looking forward to bringing that to you. And then we've got a very special, can't wait to show you this crystal opal that we have. Totally unique, really brand new, just hot off the press of our great design team. Look at that. Woo! See what I mean? That's just, I mean, every time I look at it, I've looked at it in about 4 different light environments so far, and yet it shocked me again because here on camera it looks even different. It's just a beautiful opal. So always going to give you different kinds of colors. So we'll see that coming up in just a moment. But let's get to our turquoise earrings and let me know if you like our trio of zircons there. Feels like a party, right? And then here we go. This is such a special earring. A turquoise drop. This is Sleeping Beauty variety. It's 1123-153. And you can see it's actually going to be a cushion cut square that you're getting that actually starts with the lever back. We have finished that in diamonds up front and beautifully done here. So you're going to get a turquoise match set here, $276. So figure you've got almost 1.5 carats in each turquoise stone. And they are the square cushions, which is a little more unique to get. But also you're getting the diamonds in front. That's 12 points in diamonds in front of that white gold lever back. These are also going to stay like our last zircon ring did in the white gold as is here. But get ready because we got a major show for you. It's just, we're just getting started. Got beautiful values all night long. There's a good look at that turquoise. I'm going to just prop one on for you as well. But there's going to be one price tag that's going to be an amazing drop here. So this is what we wait for. And if you have requests, again, please get them in. We're happy to help you. We got plenty of time for requests here tonight. But let me show you what one of these looks like from a distance away, just so you can see. And of course, lever back's so simple and easy to put on, and they're super secure. And let's take a look at the length that you're going to get here from the top to the bottom. That's going to be a 7/8 of an inch drop. And then I'll just show you. Here's the side. If you're not familiar with the lever back, just going to have a great hinge, keeps it really super secure. And there you see. So you're just going to pop that right in. You're piercing, flip that top piece up, or rather the bottom piece, and let it kind of rest against that top hook there. And you've got a great fasten style that's going to act like a hoop. And then we'll show you the up close real quick while I just pop one on and show you what they look like from a distance away in case you're not familiar with 7/8 of an inch. So here's what that's going to look like all together for you. So a really beautiful look there when you see how that's done. And yes, it's going to be an amazing value coming your way. Just simply say the word if you love them, because they're just, you can see that bright pop of blue they're going to give. We'll go back to our wheel. I just want you to see there's that perfect way they sit. So they sit properly. There's not going to be that, you know, sometimes the lever back, if it's not balanced right with the stone, or if it's not set properly, it's gonna, it won't necessarily show off the stone in the perfect way. These do, and that's all in the way it's designed and created, so that you've got that beautiful pop of color right up front where we want it. And we're gonna make them, you know what, let's just make them $499. First caller is just one pair. So that's it, a $499 deal on a summertime earring, if there ever was one. That feels like that defines summertime for you when you're talking about a really good stone in a bright color that goes with everything, but it's opaque. So So there's almost a casual feel about it. You're wearing it with anything and everything and having a lot of fun incorporating those into a wardrobe that even if you don't wear a lot of the bright colors, it still works. It works with your neutrals. It works with your brights. It works with everything imaginable. We love that about turquoise in general. This is a great one. So $499 gets you that earring. Isn't that a great look? And of course, there's one little, I tried to get that out of the prong and it looks like it's going to be needing a little bit of an extra, just a little something from our polishing wheel in that prong. But again, all spiffed up before they get out to you. So they'll be under $500 for a gorgeous diamond and turquoise earring. We love having turquoise earrings. They're just not here nearly as often as we'd like. So if you are more into a drop, but you don't want anything too over the top in your drop, that's the way to go. So we'll give that 30 seconds. Then I say, let's bring out that big opal. What do you guys think? The beautiful striking colors of a crystal opal that they usually fail with saturated colors. That's what we're going to show you today, is where you get the utmost maximum dosage of high wattage color coming out of this opal. So we'll see that coming up. Plus our 20, we've got an 18 karat and a half Tanzanite. That's the emerald cut. There's a new markdown on an 18 karat emerald cut Tanzanite that we've had before. So if you've been already kind of thinking about that big stone, one of our few and last of the big stones left, we'll have black opal in the show as well as crystal opal. There's a really stunning Indicolite tourmaline. I know we don't see a lot of those. Got a golden zircon that is kind of like the one we saw in the ring to start the show, but larger. So we'll see that as well, and so much more. So again, requests are welcome. Just let us know. Those are $4.99 if you'd like them. That's obviously not going to be an earring that sticks around too long. If so, it's just a matter of, okay, might be too early. But let's show you this beautiful brand new opal that we have, because it is wild. It really is. And I know that it's going to appear very green here on the screen. However, it's really, truly, I've already seen this in 4 different lights tonight. It always looks different. And when I was looking at it at first, it was completely orange and red and pink. And that was spectacular. And then in a little brighter, hotter light here, like in front of our bright lights here and close up, it's got a lot of green, as you can see. But sometimes the blues and the purples overtake. It really just is a matter of what kind of light you're in at the moment. When you get a play of color stone, and of course that is the phenomenon that opals give us. So whether it's a black opal, crystal opal, even fire opals technically are going to be a phenomenon gem. But this is where you get the most play of color visible, and that's what we're seeing. A really special stone that's giving every color of the rainbow imaginable, but it's still transparent. You're seeing essentially through that stone. So how does that do that? It's really amazing when you think about a water-based stone, a water-dense stone. So it's got this big size to it that is going to look a lot larger than the actual carat weight, which is already 6 carats 38. It's a one only. It's brand new right now, and it's 1124268. Take a look. It's the opal that we've been dreaming about, right? One of our best, one of our most beautiful. And a 638 is going to look about 12.5 to 13 carats, and you'll see that on the hand. But it's also 93 points in diamonds. So sometimes opals don't get a lot of diamond love. This one definitely is. And that's because, take a look at the sides. It's almost like a parentheses around your stone with those, well, I just can't get over that really large diamond that's right there in the middle. On either side, you see the one big round brilliant and the one big round brilliant, and then they're going to be pavé the rest of the way, which are good sized stones as well, that you get all the way down the sides to the midpoint. So it's really beautiful. And as I move it, I know now you're seeing the reds, the purples, the pinks, the yellows. Obviously the green is really what takes center stage here, but so much to look at. October's birthstone, every bit of color. Let's even show you from the inside, because there's a purposeful way. We still put that nice grounding of gold, but you've got that ability to see the stone from the backside and through the inside to see that it is all natural, to see the color that is, even though it's not faceted behind the backside, it still has all that color that you see throughout. Now let's take it to the hand, because we want to show you the size, because obviously a 6 carat 38, if it were any other stone, would look about half the size. And this is what you're getting. And for all this color, for all this beautiful brightness, you are still going to see more of that in person. I can attest to that, having seen it away from the bright lights here of the studio well before the show. So it's getting even better. And boy, it's almost like the colors jumping or bouncing or really just leaping out of that stone. So it's really special. It's got a $49.99 should be price. This one's going to fly. And a lot of diamond weight to boot. You can change the gold color if you want to as well. As a matter of fact, I think I have this mounting in white gold if you want to see it. It's with a kunzite, so I might flash that for you if it helps give you a better idea of what it will look like in the white gold. So I might as well, if you're having I think that there's a lot of the golden base color, so I like it in the yellow gold, but this is the same mounting in the white gold, just if you want to try to imagine, and of course that's coming up as well. well with that bright saturated kunzite. But just so you can see, that's how it looks in the white gold if you're struggling to make the decision. But what we know is the opal's not going to last. The opal's amazing, and the opal is one of our biggest and brightest. And so if you want a stone that really is set apart from the rest, different, bold, all the colors you want, not something you've seen before or time and time again. Remember, every opal that you ever see is unique to that stone. There are no two opals ever that are identical or completely alike. So you're getting something very special here, and it's not going to be even $49.99. So we got a better value, superstar deal, and that's what we do on Monday night. So you got an important piece to pick up on. It's not $49, $39, $29, or $19. And when you've got a stone that size, how impressive is that? And we're bringing it down below $2,000. It's already $19.99, but I'll take it even further for you, and we'll see who's got it first. This is where, again, classic opportunity, but how important is it to be on the phone lines early? Well, you probably know if you watch our show. It's call early or forever miss out. That's how we work on these one-of-a-kinds. We just go on a first-come, first-served basis, and we only have this one, and it's going to be $1,888, and that's with that incredible mounting as well. So a beautiful stone, bright as can be, and then the big diamonds around it. So a great one for our opal lovers, something brand new. And then we do have a black opal. It's going to be significantly smaller. We'll have a 62 pointer in a black opal that's more money. So just keep that in mind. And here's the black opal if you're wondering what the difference is. Black opals have a little more opacity to them, and that one's going to be even more money. That's going to have the pink and the white diamond bridge. So if you want to go for the big material, that's the way to do it. And then get ready because we have Indicolite on the way. Actually, I want to bring out the Congolese tourmalines quite early. This one's gone. Thank you so much. Enjoy it. Let's just bring out two because it's everything that I have that's brand new, and option number one is right there. Ooh, that's pretty. 1124264 starts us off. Opal gone, turquoise earrings, and the Zircon trio ring still here if you'd like to grab those first two items of the night. But here we are with just one option. I'm going to go ahead and show you both because why not see what we have for the evening in our Congolese. One, you see here, the Asher cut. Very popular. The Asher cut has kind of a counterpart, almost like a sister cut, and that's going to be the emerald cut. They're very similar, one being more square, one being more rectangular. Oh boy, that one is just hitting the light just right, isn't it? And there's almost a bicolor or tricolor nature to the emerald cut where you're seeing more than just blue and green, but a little blue and green and gold into it as well. And yep, it's just set at that right angle where you've got that amazing glow that the emerald cut does. Take clarity of a great stone, pair up great cutting, and that's what you get. A brightness like that. Powerful stones. Now, they're going to be two different prices because they're slightly different sizes. Let's talk about the Asher cut first. It's 1124264. This is it for brand new Congolese tourmalines here tonight. And the Asher cut is maybe a little bit more, honestly, they both have the blues and the greens. It's just what you're not getting in the Asher cut is any kind of golden. There's a subtle golden color with your blue and green in the emerald cut. But the Asher cut's a 173, and that's going to be surrounded by 58 points in diamonds. Really cool, just classic, but Art Deco almost influence to this mounting. Great stackable, by the way, if you have ring guards, wonder rings, diamond bands you like to stack with your rings. Great way to go. Now, as far as the emerald cut, which is also brand new, it's 1124219. That's your other option. Again, you're looking at all the Congolese of the day. They're right here. And 4219 is a 312. So you're getting into a nearly double the size. Of course, still that great clarity, and of course, elongated step facets, which are really, they're reflecting the light beautifully. So that's our 312. This one comes with a carat 15 in diamonds. And you can see they each have a bit of that split style shank to them. It's just a little bit, you know, broader on the emerald cut, being that it is a larger, more elongated stone. So you've got two great options. They're both going to be extremely well priced. It is Markdown Monday after all. This is our weekly visit and our weekly evening where we get to do all the markdowns, no matter how brand new it is, and both of these are. So you get to really experience the best of the best and not have to spend more just because it's something new that you haven't seen before. So this is the night to shop, and trust me when I tell you there's a $49.99 value on the one, that's the emerald cut, and a $39.99 price tag on the other. How about we just scrap those two prices and make each one much more affordable for you so that you're not having to wait for it to come down. Like I said, brand new big debuts here, doesn't matter. We're still bringing them down as if they've been here for years. And that's the great news here. So whichever one you want to dial in quickly. Make sure you let us know which one you're thinking about because they're not going to last. We know that. And then they're going to be gone. So we'll start with the 312. The 312's on the right. That's the bigger emerald cut. If you do want the 312, bringing that way, way down for you. Huge opportunity, great value. I hope you're ready because it's not going to be $49. It's not even $39.99, which is the price tag that the smaller ones should be. We're taking them each lower for you. So all you're doing right now if you're really into the Congolese, especially if you have a favorite, and you probably do, is you're dialing right away, because the bigger one's not even $39. It's not going to be $29.99. Either way you shop these, I really want to bring the values tonight. That's the goal. That's the idea. That's my agreement I made about a year and a half ago now, when I was agreed to do Mondays, is that we're going to just make it a weekly markdown show to start off the week right. And that's why I get to do this. And either way you want, they're not even $2,000 a piece. Yes, even the 312 is under $2,000. We're bringing the 312 down to $19.99. And certainly the Asher cut's going to be a little bit less, given that it's about half the size. So the Asher cut on the left is actually going to be below $1,500. I mean business tonight. I mean markdowns all night long. The Asher cut is only going to be, you know what, let's make it $12.99 instead. So well under where they're supposed to go tonight. And then which one should we see first? Maybe you're thinking about weighing the emerald cut first. Let's try that on the hand, which is item number 1124219. Here's what that emerald cut looks like on the hand from a distance away. Let me just center that up for you so you can see how flashy that is. Yes. Good, Deborah in Virginia. Oh, isn't that sweet? And this wasn't her first purchase, was it? Oh, good. Well, Deborah, thank you so much for your kind words. How sweet of you. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad to have you with me for so many, I assume years, maybe, perhaps. She says she's been watching a long time. And thank you so much. Appreciate that. And appreciate you shopping with us tonight. So, do you hear what we're saying here? Under $2,000, no matter which one you want to go. $19.99 for the right side. That's the big one. I never would have expected that. $1,299 for the Asher cut on the left. If you want blues and greens, you're getting it on either. That's really kind of the staple reason why we're all loving these Congolese stones, but we're not leaving them here. That's the Parahiba look right there. And then let me just, I know this glare is really overtaking the stones, so take a look at that just to make sure you see that there are those beautiful blues and greens, and yes, a little bit of golden in that stone as well. So that one's $19.99, left side only $12.99. Make sure you're on the phone lines ready to go. I can't keep these Congolese in stock at all lately. Want to make sure that everybody has a chance to get one before they're gone. I know we're getting really limited. I know that's kind of a theme lately of all of our, seeing a lot of yellow diamonds in last call. We're seeing our big blue wings in last call. And now the Congolese. We've been going through a really nice collection of them for the last several weeks, but they really are down to their very last. So highly recommend either one of those. And for the moment, they're still here, but that means I got to keep moving because we got a lot to show you. So we're not going to stay, but that's where, again, two big values under $2,000, no matter which one you choose, which is a little bit shocking. So let's keep on moving. And again, let me know you want the 312, $19.99. You want the Asher cut, that's only $12.99. I gotta say that's one of our most affordable, and forgive me for showing two together, but I want you to be able to see. I think it's so much easier when, especially if you know you're looking for this material. A lot of people will look at one and then they don't know what's coming, and then maybe the next day they see one that they like better. So I thought it'd be just better to put the two together for you. But remember, when they're under $2,000, no matter which one you choose, you can't go wrong with that. So we'll take a last look at it. $19.99 for the larger. I just cannot get over that value, the fact they're still available for you if you'd like them. And when there's that big a value at stake, did you have any requests there, Wayne? Are you already taking something, thinking about it? All right, so we've got a lot of people dialing in with requests. That's good. We'd love to get to those throughout the show. And whatever it is we can bring out for you, we're happy to do it. It is also, it's a My Request Monday as well. So make sure you let us know what you'd like to see. Okay, so then we have a really special diaspore that's coming up. Haven't seen anything new in a while in the diaspores. And then since we've got some opal fans out there, look at this opal bangle we have. There's a tremendous markdown. I'm going to show you something that goes with everything. And this is kind of rare. Usually when we're into bangles, we see diamonds or something kind of rather simple. This is a little bit more unique to find, where we get into a really big center stone, the kind of center stone that would really be featured in a ring normally to start. And instead, it gets to be the centerpiece of a very large bangle bracelet. And that's the beauty of it. Now, there's a reason this has been here a while. And it's not that just it's got a big stone in the middle that is a black opal that's a huge size at 1115223. But this is actually where it's a little bit different, because there's so much gold in this bangle. It's not a thin little bangle that's going to be that same little narrow piece all the way around. When you have a large stone to anchor up in the center, it takes a lot more gold overall to make everything fit proportionally. Not to mention, I know you're already seeing the undergallery, which is very unique to see in a bangle as well. Let's show you the inside here, because it only gets more ornate really. So you're seeing there's really like double the gold weight you would normally get in a bangle. Obviously you get this tremendous size, but it's a 1 carat 89 black opal on its own in the middle. That's just the back. And then of course it's going to hinge, and we'll show you how it looks from a distance, but look at what's happening here. And you're still getting, there is an element of red and orange and golden as well as the blues and the greens as well. But that's why this has been here a while, is that we just poured gold into this to support a bigger stone like this, and then 34 points in diamonds just to finish up the halo there and give you that great look. But what I love about it most is that, well, I brought it out because it is a markdown. It's one of our best in an opal. It's just something you don't see ever really when you think about it. When we see opals in tennis bracelets, sometimes they're usually synthetic stones. They're usually, you know, mined, or rather man-made to look like the mined material. What we have here is a natural opal, and still gives you the versatility to go with absolutely everything. You've got something that works with everything that you wear, a really beautiful wardrobe staple, and yet that stone's going to sit right up top. See, I worry about opal tennis bracelets sometimes where they go all the way around, if you've seen those before, just because you're making those opals a little more susceptible to wear. Obviously, opals being a little more delicate as they are, so we never like to expose them to too much of the, you know, the desktop or the, you know, driving and, you know, hitting the steering wheel or whatever. That's where I love this one. The stone is right up top, so it should be, you know, a considered kind of thing when you're talking about a wearable piece, taking a stone that is one you want to be a little more careful with than, let's say, your diamonds, and making sure that it's going to be still sitting away from your wear. So let's take a look at it. Carat 89, then I'm going to try it on for you, and we have got one big blowout price. I know it's got this enormous $56.99. Actually, you look at that item number, which was created some time ago. That was a gold price that was a lot less than where gold's at now. So when we see $56.99, let's just consider for a moment that that actually was made with a much lesser gold price. And that's a big factor here, is what the gold weight is. But there's something special going on here tonight, so we're gonna say goodbye to this one. It does have to stay in the white gold. Let me show you how this works. It's got a little button hinge. So what you do is you're just gonna press down, and then it opens up, and you can see again all that great finishing all through the inside that it has. And then you just pop it on your wrist here, close it on up. It aligns to perfection, and look how quickly that's on the wrist. Of course, 2 figure eights. Excuse me, 2 figure eights to fasten to keep it secure, and then we've got that really, really special stone. And now this is what I need you to look at, even if you're thinking, okay, I saw it up close and I see the carat 89, but does that in any way, shape, or form, seriously, that, I know opals always do this, but that's very unusual. This stone looks like, here's my 16 karat kunzite. Let me grab this real quick. This is a nearly 17 karat kunzite, and that opal doesn't look that far off. So this, forget about double. Usually we say opals look double. That does not look like a 4 or a 5 carat. It looks like a 10 or a 15 carat. So keep all that in mind. You don't have to pay. We have 2 callers already on this one. You know what? One bangle only, 1 bracelet only. Average size is what it's going to fit. That means if you wear 6.5 to 7.5, it's good to go for you. And it's only going to be $1,999. We have never seen that reduction in price before. It's a massive stone. Everyone's going to assume that's about 10 carats in size, but you're not paying anywhere near what you would for a stone that looks that big, and of course really easy on off because you've got that easy closure, that hinge. And again, if you wear 6.5 to 7.5 in a line bracelet, this average size oval shaped bangle is going to work beautifully for you with a little bit of room to spare. So here it is one more time, up close and personal. Don't forget about the great undergallery that it has. The key is it does have to stay in the white gold, but other than that, you got a really good big markdown on a really good opal that is just enormous in size. So I know that 189 is about as misleading as it gets, but that is, apparently that is the actual carat weight, but this is one that looks just tremendous. So great buy and pick up there. Don't forget about those Congolese stones that we had earlier as well. A big Monday night is here. We are getting kicked off with some really great values, some of which are still hanging out. Yes. Oh, good. Congratulations. The turquoise earrings from earlier are gone. We're still waiting to see who's got our opal bangle at $19.99. So keep that in mind. It's just a really big buy. That's why I'm bringing it out. So I don't like to bring out the pieces that are ordinary. We like to really drop these prices on Monday night, show you what it's all about. Now let's take a look at this Indicolite tourmaline. It's a markdown as well. And so it sounds like this one may be going. We're going to find out who's got it. But again, really special finishing. Again, average size. And look at that. I mean, just a cathedral, almost like a stained glass look. in the way that gold undergallery is finished every which way around it. So we'll get to our Indicolite coming up. Always a popular request, always something exciting. And look at that stone. This one's really, that's what our inventory called it Indicolite. I really would say it's more teal, but it's beautiful. It's not one of those where it's too dark, where you're missing out on the colors. It's got a lot of blues and greens together. So it's a really bright, rich teal color stone. The item number is going to be 112-4100, and it looks good. Now, this one's got a similar finishing to what we just saw in that bangle. And how about a look at the clarity? I know this is not maybe what we're really excited to see, but still it has to be said, when you see that clarity from behind the stone, you really appreciate how bright and clean and therefore how rare that tourmaline is. Carat 75, super elongated. So this will also, not to be redundant here, but this kind of does what the opal piece did, where it looks a lot bigger just thanks to the cutting, right? It's not necessarily a less dense stone in tourmaline, but it actually is the cutting here that allows that stone to look even larger than the carat 75 weight normally would. Carat 05 though, in diamonds, so a lot of that signature style, pave down the shoulders of the ring, beautiful halo, really completing the piece here and making it a traditional classic, but it's got a markdown. This has been on the air a few times before. It was $49.99, and now we take a look at it on just to make sure you see that size that you're getting, and we can actually change the gold on this one too. So now do you see how it shifted a little bit? Now you see a little bit more blue than you saw up close. So it's a matter of, again, what kind of light you're in, darker or brighter, more or less, more fluorescent lighting or not. That can really dictate whether you're seeing more blues or greens. I'm just going to flip it around, Tony. Actually, we'll stay there for a minute just in case anyone wants to see it that way. That would be, if you want to point that stone away from the hand, that would be how that looks. But you're not paying $49.99, and this is the deal. We've got one. It's our really special teal tourmaline. I know there's a lot of people who collect different colors of tourmaline. It's kind of a lifetime goal to collect all the colors. There are literally thousands of identified colors in tourmaline. It's the most varied of any gem family, but it's really fun when they blend two together. It's like that magic happens where you're seeing, again, the beauty of having different looks in different lights. It's like your stone is its own. We have chameleon diamonds. We have color changing stones every now and then, but this is where you don't have to wait for a specific light environment. It's just as simple as room to room, daylight to indoor light can really change what you're seeing the most of in this stone. So we'll take a quick look at it. It's not $49, it's not $39, and it's not even $29.99. Gotta love this one. And it's gonna be under $2,000. But I'm going to take it even further than $19.99. Only this one. We've got a huge golden zircon coming up, and we have ruby earrings on the way. So lots to get to, but this is not going to be 19, 18, 17. I told you the markdowns are amazing on this Monday night. They always are. It is the night to be with us, truly. Make it a weekly date, but we're going to make this even, you know what, better. 17. I was going to do 1777. Let's just take it even further. $16.99 to the very first caller on that one. What a piece, what a stone when you've got clarity like that. The gorgeous richness of the colors. Sometimes with the greens or the blue greens, they can get too dark, too fast, and then suddenly you're missing out on the beautiful parts of that stone. This is where it's that really pretty, almost like a peacock blue green, where you're getting an almost iridescence to it, where you see the shimmering qualities of both tones of color in the same stone in a great setting that, yes, could be done in the yellow gold too, or the rose gold if you'd like, so no problem there. And then I just have to show you one of the most dazzling stones if you're someone who, like myself, is into sparkle. You like something that sparkles? Maybe your favorite color is sparkle. Maybe that's your favorite theme, print, everything. We've got a stone that you will adore. Item number 1123779 is next. Let me know on the tourmaline. Got a lot of great pieces here. I'm just going to keep on moving and rely on you to call me, but that is magic. Yes. Oh, congratulations. Thank you, Donna. Donna got the opal bangle, so well done there. And I'm gonna have to hold this up because obviously leaning like this, you're still getting the sparkle, but there is a razzmatazz about this stone that if I told you it was a yellow diamond, you'd probably say, yeah, but why is it prettier than every yellow diamond I've ever seen? Because it's actually giving you more refraction. And what you're seeing here, because it's such a large example, for those of you that are saying, Lolo, could you please go and do your due diligence and go focus those cameras? Actually, the camera's completely focused, but yet the center of that stone looks a little bit blurred. And that is the double refraction at work. You would not normally see this at this angle unless it's a really enormous stone, which this is. $37.79 is going to be our 14 karat gold, 8 karat 23. beautiful pop of golden yellow in a zircon. This is double refraction at work. Now, if you think it's going to look hazy or blurred when you see it on your own hand, no, it does not. This is the magnification of our cameras, giving you a really up close, in-depth look at the center of the stone. And that's why you're seeing that blurred effect. This is the double refraction. See on the outer crown facets beneath there, you don't see that blurred effect. This is double refraction. So why does it look so brilliant? Why does it look so bright? Why does it look better than a brilliant cut in a diamond? That's because it literally has more of that flash because it's double refracted. Just FYI, diamonds are singly refractive. This also, speaking of the diamonds, it's got 44 points of those in a really pretty way to accentuate around with those points, the north, east, south, and west points you have created by this design. I want to show it on the hand though, but watch. When you see it from a little further distance away on the hand, you're not seeing that blurred effect at all. You're just seeing unending, glitterati sparkle. That's what you're seeing right there. That is the beauty of double refraction at work. And of course, it was just because we were basically showing you the core of the stone was showing off the fact that as light enters the stone, it enters as one ray and then it splits when it enters that stone thanks to the stone's double refraction and then comes back to the eye as almost a blurred effect. It's like our eye can't see the split there. So now as an end result, you just see sparkle there. So that's what, again, it's probably one of our greatest examples of showing you what double refraction is, but it's just bright and brilliant and it's a beautiful value. I would buy this in a heartbeat if I had a chance to buy things before you guys did. I don't. That's why there's any jewelry here to even show you because I can't buy it. 44 points in diamonds because otherwise that would be my collection. And I just walk around playing like I got an 8-carat yellow diamond on. Well, it's still a natural stone. Well, really the Earth's rarest and oldest stone when it comes to really beautiful double refractive. We'll go on the date of the Earth here with 4.4 billion years old for the Zircon family. So it's got a long tenure and history of being a recognized natural gem. And we're going to make it a lot better than, believe it or not, $13,999. It's a stunner. Someone could rightfully pay that and be proud to pay that. We're not asking anywhere near even $39.99. There's your $10,000 discount. And now it goes even lower. So you're not paying $39, $29. Well, this one's going to go quickly. It's not even $19.99. First caller situation, it's a lesson in dialing in early. That's for sure. It's not $19.99, I promise you. This should be gone already. It should be gone. It's not, I know, this doesn't make any sense. I know it, but that's what we do on Mondays. This is a lesson in value. It's not $19, $18, $17.99. What I'm doing is simply wrong. It's just one of the greatest values on a stone that is uber rare, one of the designer darling favorites right now in the industry of retail, high-end retail, I might add, and this isn't even $17.77. First caller can take it. And we'll take it. And we're even changing the gold if you want to. So if you want, I personally would not change a thing about it. I love the contrast of the white gold with the golden color of the yellow. But if you want to change it more, make it more tonal, you want to put that stone in yellow gold, we'll do that for you. No extra charge, but it's not $17.77. It's $16.99. And that's it. First caller will take it. Who's it going to be, though? That is the big question. $16.99 only one, and bye-bye it'll go. So let's give it 30 seconds, and then we'll see who's got it. Unless, Wayne, you're already thinking about it, then we have a golden, beautiful golden green diaspore that changes color. We also have that stunning black opal. I want to get into that big emerald cut Tanzanite because we got the big markdown on the 1846 stone tonight. So that's going to be exciting if you want one of our last few large stones. One more time on the hand, just so you can see that that double refraction just ends up looking from a distance like nothing but brilliance. Fire and brilliance and beauty. And let me tell you, the bigger diamonds you have here, I know it's 44 points overall, but you got some really substantial diamonds at what I call the compass points, north, east, south, and west. Not just the corners, but instead that really good midpoint of all four sides. Big individual diamonds, then the pave fills in the rest of the way. If that's not gone, I'm not sure we can go on with this show. Because I know we're going to see a lot of values, so it may be when every value is a 10, it might be tough to differentiate, but you know what? That's one of our better values we've seen all year long. We're about halfway through. That's a really significant opportunity for a zircon lover or a collector. And I bet you don't have a stone that looks like that yet. And even if you were to say, well, I've got yellow diamond, but what do you have, a 1 carat or a ½ carat? This is giving you an 8 carat 23 size, which is tremendous. So let me know on that one. And again, no hard feelings if it doesn't go at 10 o'clock tonight. If it's still available, I'm taking it. So here we go with the big Tanzanite. This is one that is for the ages here, and there are very few stones, as you know, left of the Blue Wing Block D variety, and it just does not get better than what this stone is. It just doesn't get better. There's a 22 karat emerald cut that I'm not even showing anymore, that I'm saying I've already put in my 2 cents that I think it should be the one that goes to a museum, because it's the one that I actually don't love the cutting on. This is the one I adore for our large emerald cuts. If you want to have the ultimate high level collectible in an emerald cut, this is where you go. There is no question about it. This is our best larger stone left as far as really big, tremendous size. It's going to be item number 11222758, and there is only one. That probably goes without saying. It's an 18 karat 46 emerald cut, and it's completely saturated through and through. There's no lack ever, even through the middle of the stone. There's no lacking saturation. It's got the reds, the blues, the purples that are so intense. And then you're getting a diamond weight here of, well, we break it down. There's actually 50 points just in the pear-shaped diamonds. Can you see where they are? They're basically top and bottom that are a trio together. And that's where you got some really fancy cuts. And then huge round brilliance at the corners right beneath the base of the prongs. And then a scallop design around that, kind of encompassing everything else. 52 points in additional rounds. So you've got the 50 and the 52. That's a carat 02 total weight in your diamonds. And check out that stone. It's a really interesting, it's doing a little bit more step faceting than normal. There's a proportion of step faceting you typically get with an emerald cut. And this one is giving you a really interesting way that it looks like it's doubled or tripled, or like the step faceting goes all the way out to the very edge on the sides. It's specialty in every way. It's got a new markdown, like I mentioned. This did start at $19,999. It's museum reserve, a one only. I would recommend it in the white gold just as is, but I want you to see this from even a greater distance, because yeah, as we get it out of the light, it's going to show off even more. There it is. There's even more saturation than you saw up close. And the reason it does that is because there's a little lesser light. Now, get your size, whatever is your true size, and it's going to fit beautifully and it's going to sit properly on the hand. But this also, it's an enormous stone, and may even be one of those circumstances where it's sitting on the hand and looking a lot larger than even 18.5 carats. Probably the only reason it's still here at this point is that it's a little larger than what some people like. And so it's a little more limiting as far as the audience that's going to be thinking about this in the first place, because it is such a large ring. But if you are considering one of the larger stones and you do want to get a museum reserve and you want one of our last before they're gone, then I could not recommend one stronger than this 18.5 carat essentially. And it's not even going to be $9,999. One of our last, truly a collector's stone in every sense of the phrase. And we're going to make it a lot better than $99, $89.99. Check that out. That's the face-up look. That's exactly directly looking at that stone. And you see that it's reminding me of just every blue, every even bright, bright, bright red, even neons. I mean, you see what's happening here. I'm not doing anything special. All I'm doing is holding it upright to your eye level, and you see from the perpendicular facets that are running east to west compared to the north to south facets, it never stops just lighting up and glowing. And that's the beauty of this particular Tanzanite. It's not 89, it's not 88. It's not even going to be $79.99. This, I told you, is a new markdown, and it's the lowest it can go. So it's not time to wait anymore and say, maybe it'll come down. It's coming down right now. The price reduction is happening live. Here as we speak, you're not even spending $79.99. Think about the per carat. I'll calculate it for you because I'm so proud of where this is going. But keep in mind, it's actually going to be less than even $78 or $79.99. First caller scenario. It is a one and one only when you consider it's got bigger diamond weight, over a carat total, but the bigger individual pear shapes and the bigger individual rounds that you're getting, and this beautiful way that it's just so elegant. And not just the cutting, but the way that cut is set. And it's $7,777, which is going to be about $420 a carat. When you think about it that way, in the terms of the bigger stones left, doesn't happen anymore. You don't see those per carat levels even on our 1 or our 2 or our 3-carat stones. There's even a 5, what do we have today? We've got a 8-carat that's coming up. They're all really hanging out more like 650 and 700 a carat today. So that's really illustrating the markdown that we have for one collector. And that's the way to get it tonight. So 77, 77, only just that one. And it could not be more breathtaking, could it? So that's going to be, oh yeah, someone's going to be very, very happy with that on the way. The anticipation of that arriving at your home, I think, would be part of the fun of it, right? It's like the anticipation and just waiting to see, because you know it's going to look even better. That's the key with all of our Tanzanites. They somehow, some way, look even better in person than they do on camera. So amazing stone there at 77.77. Now let's keep on rocking because we got a lot to show you. There is still the yellow zircon is here. That golden yellow zircon, amazingly still available. And then we do have an incredible deal on a sapphire. I've got to show you the sapphire because, again, it's all about markdowns on a Monday night. We know that. But then I saw this. And first of all, we don't see many sapphires of this size. And let me point out, it's an unheated stone. And you don't need to rely on me telling you that. You've actually got a GIA certificate to back that up. It's item number 1110934. It goes back about as long as I've been here, which is a while. So this is our 239 sapphire. That's a big deal. It's got a blue, kind of a cornflower blue is really, they're calling it blue violet. You know, what's interesting is it's one of those that tends to shift a little bit based on the lighting it's in. It sometimes reads completely blue, and then sometimes you see a little bit of a violet undertone to it, very much like what we'd see out of the cornflower blues. It's out of Madagascar because we do have the origin on the cert, so you get a tremendous size. Honestly, origin is not as vital as the color. I tell you this nearly every day, is that in any color gem or color of diamond, the #1 priority and the #1 always feature you should look for beyond even your carat weight, your origin, the cutting, is always the color. Color takes precedent. Color is paramount. So when you've got a color like this that is as rare as this one is, and then we don't do this very often on sapphires. Oftentimes when we have a certified sapphire, it's an AGL cert or the Tokyo Gemological Center, a TGC cert. This is GIA. This is the top of the top when it comes to certs. They've got a photograph. You're going to see all the details that's coming with it. Put all this aside, all this great carat weight, the unheated nature, the fact it comes with a GIA cert for you for free, all of that in a carat 32 and a double halo classic mounting. And this is going to be a value you simply cannot believe. That's my promise to you. Come on in early because nobody is going to believe this. And I never say, hey, just buy it because it's a great deal. I really don't, as a shopper myself, who shops every day, who always is seeking out values, and I take a lot of pride in that shopping, if you do it right, is not just the act of buying stuff. It's about getting a great value if you're a good shopper, right? It's about finding the great value. It's about knowing where the deals are. It's about getting quality for your money. All of that, that's what I believe in. Those are the principles of a good shopper. Well, this is the best possible way you could ever own a sapphire. Let me show you the cert. Here's the photograph. This is the lower third of your cert, which is the photograph of your actual stone with your GIA seal. In the middle of the cert, you're going to get the particulars, like a 2 carat 39 stone, and the fact that it is also a 6.8 by 9.2. And then here's all the other results you have. Oval, modified, brilliant step cut, transparent, blue, violet, and they've got no indications of heating. You know how rare, I tell you all the time, how rare that is in sapphire especially. Most sapphires need a little bit of heat treatment. It enhances their color and it burns off any silk that makes the clarity a little lesser desired. This one didn't need any help. It's just beautiful as it is with that tremendous diamond weight you're getting. And it's one of our bigger values, and we have nobody on the phone lines because you're probably figuring that's $12,999. I've seen it. You're right. It's been $12,999. It got as much as an $8,999 reduced price during a big sale event once upon a time. And now we're going to try it on because you need to see the size of a 239 because we rarely do. We know we can watch show after show after show after show. I just literally took it out of the light. It looked like a true vanadium rich purple. What looks more blue right now on camera can look purple. It probably, now I don't want to, impugn GIA, but it's probably one of those subtle color changing sapphires. They do exist. So they may not have tested it for that, but just what I'm seeing go from one light to another and how it changes here, there are blue to purple color change sapphires. So again, the cert just says unheated. gives you the origin, says it's blue violet. It really does tend to change just based on moment by moment, light by light. Here's what I'm going to do. It's not going to be even $8,999. This is a huge reduction in price. There's a lot of folks out there that would say, you know what, for a carat 32 in diamonds, I should pay at least $5,000. And you'd be correct. Absolutely. At least for a carat and a third in diamonds that are big round brilliance, that are VS quality, sure, why not? All day long. It's not even going to be $3,000 for this ring. This is one of the bigger sapphires we have in inventory. And it really does read, because of the blues and the violets together, what I always tell you, cornflower blues are really that combination of colors. So this really is a cornflower blue type color with that blue with the secondary hues of violet to it. It's not going to be even $3,000. I'm not kidding. The mounting should be more. It's not $29.99. You get the cert from GIA with the stone, with the piece, in your choice of gold color. Yes, you can change it to yellow or rose if you want. I wouldn't, but you could. And it's not going to be $29.99. This is a value. I tell you, these Monday nights, I can't just call it Monday night markdowns. If you don't see the markdowns, you know that I'm just saying stuff, right? That's the thing. We back it up with some very big price reductions that, if you know jewelry and you know our show, you know don't happen. You know this is too good, and it's not going to be $28.99, and it's not $27.99, and it's one of the biggest sapphires we have in the entire inventory, and it's time for it to go. It's been sitting in a vault for years. I mean, look at that item number. It goes back about 8 years since that was actually created, and it's still hanging out. So this June 3rd, 2024, I'm moving it out the door and making it $27.77 to the very first caller with the cert. I don't think I've got another sapphire that's certified by GIA in the entire inventory besides maybe that $8 million cashmere we've got. Only a slight exaggeration. It's really money. So we've got something important here for you with the blues and the purples. Great sapphire, which gives you durability. Remember, it's a 9 on the Mohs scale, second only to diamonds in the hardness of the stone. So truly wearable every day. And a carat 32 in diamonds. Take it, 30 seconds. We got one, you know it's gonna go. Values like this don't stick around. We have too many smart, savvy shoppers out there. Even on a more quiet, June evening, we're gonna have too many shoppers that know deals when they see them and know important stones that never get discounted. Sapphires of big sizes, especially certified that are unheated, they don't get discounted. You've got that happening right here before your eyes right now. It's an opportunity is what that is. So our huge value exists for one caller. We'll see who's got that one. And then, of course, we're going to move right along and get to those fancy cut Tanzanite earrings that we have, brand new. We have saved all of our fancy cuts for the final run of Blue Wing Block D. It's really been fun. It's been like the big finale. And the truth is, these took a lot of extra time to create and design. So we're going to bring you a great pair of earrings right now. And this is not going to last either. And then let me know on the sapphire. But here we go. I just keep on moving. You can call and ask about anything you'd like to, see if it's still available. But this probably is going to be a little difficult. They're not going to sit perfectly balanced because there's a lot of carat weight here. But that is a fancy cut. And wait till you see these aligned and on the ear. They're item number 1124075. And it's going to be our fancy cut. Think of it like an elongated trillion, but also really beautifully done with a lot of diamond weight. So let's just zoom back. I'm going to show them to you. There's a left and a right design, which is amazing. So these stones are mirror images of each other. They're really cool. They're truly unique. I mean, we've not had a cut like this. And we've done a lot of fancy cuts of late. They've been the truth is we've been working on them for years. Finally, the finished products are coming on out and we're thrilled to have them. But look at that design. So it makes much more sense when you see them upright, sitting next to each other. It's going to be 1124075 and they're 18 karat solid gold. Because why not? Want to make the earrings just right for you and make sure that they've got that higher purity of gold. So if you ever do struggle with, little reactions to alloys, well, that's going to be less likely to happen when you've got 18 karat gold. But also, it is 1438 of Tanzanite, Blue Wing Block Ds, of course. So each one's about a 720. Then you have another diamond weight of a carat 01, starts with a hoop, drops to an O-ring, gives you a little bit of subtle movement, but then the entire custom halo around those stones. And you best see them from a distance away together because this is what I want to show you. Whether you want those stones, which are going to set in a direction like this, where this is how I would wear them, so that you have a more straight edge on the sides that sits closer to the facial features and then you have that great striking design that sits out. There's a great feel and weight to them. They're obviously going to sit a little bit better when they're actually in the ear, but that is where you're getting that elongation. Love where they're going to drop as far as the jawline is concerned. They are very flattering on. You've got a full carat of 1 in diamonds, so it's nice to see because some of our bigger Tanzanite earrings haven't had much in diamond weight. I think that stones like this deserve a decent diamond weight. You got it here, and they're that 18 karat purity. So we love that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of them on. I'm just going to borrow this one here really quickly, and then we do want to show you this. It's got a great basket work and finishing as well. So you can see from the profile, because when an earring is on, especially in a drop, a lot of different folks are going to see that angle and see many sides of your earring when they're on the ear. So really always love when we pay attention to those details like we did. And then you're going to get a great value because also $20,000. Well, that's the second $20,000 Tanzanite item I've had just in the last couple of moments. So I don't care if we need to abandon it. We will do that. We're going to make sure they go. A fancy cut earring, no doubt about it. If it's the match, well, listen, I don't have a stone like this in a ring or a pendant or anything else. So that means what we're prioritizing here is the fact that it's going to look great color-wise with all your other blue wing block Ds. That's the important part. So that when you have blue wing block D color, that's going to be consistent with all the rings that you already may have. From your ashers to your ovals to your cushion cuts to your emerald cuts, the color is going to be what's so consistent, which is why I think you need an earring in blue wing block D, and it's nice to have the bigger version here for you. And they're not going to be even $9,999. Truly unique, one-of-a-kind earring. Let's go back to the wheel. I just wanted you to see the size because they are big. They are something you will notice from afar, no doubt about it. They're not going to be $99 or $89 or $79.99. And again, the richness is there. This is that same gorgeous quality we're always seeing with the blue wing block Ds. I know they're just sitting at an odd angle here on the wheel, but they've got all the richness of the red flashes as well. And they're not going to be even $79.99. I love this value. 7 carats plus in each earring, a left and a right design. That alone is what makes this so expensive to do. Just the rarity of getting stones that match up like that. And we're going to make it better. You can imagine these were actually cut with the intention of making large earrings from the beginning. It wasn't just random. It wasn't coincidence that, oh, good. Oh, that's great. We've got two that book and match just happened to be they're perfect together. No, it was cut with that intention to make a really, really special earring, and that's what was achieved. And they're not even $69.99, so this is a heck of a value already. They're going to be even better. Yes, Pam will show the kunzite coming up next for you. You got it. And yes, I have one blue spinel, so I can bring that out. Can we bring out the big Burma blue spinel that was scheduled for the weekend that I didn't show? We had a big Burma blue spinel in the last couple of days. So I'll bring that out for you as well, Pam. You got it. And then I'll tell you what I'll do right now. $64.99 on the earrings. We'll show the big kunzite coming up next by request. And then we're on our way. So that's the way to get the big important style of that cutting. We love them to pieces. It looks great. You got the blue wing block D quality that we all adore that you're not going to find anywhere else. And now we're in last call. So even going forward here, not going to be many more that we ever see. So it's the time to get them. And don't forget about that unheated GIA certified blue sapphire. The fact we've got a couple of pieces that have been marked down the way they have just means it is a night when a lot of people are going to be shopping after the fact. So this is the time right now. Let us know if you'd like that earring. Let's show the big kunzite coming up, which is going to be item number 1124233. Let me know who's got those earrings. They will be on their way. Boy, I love that size. And then here's the kunzite. Super saturated. I first showed it when we had the mounting in the opal that sold earlier. This is the white gold mounting, paired up beautifully with the really, really rich saturated kunzite. And this is it. The beauty of the cutting. It's oval meets cushion. It's really a combination because it's got a really nice soft corner to it. It's going to be 4233. And that is one of the largest. We've been seeing these large stones of late, 8, 10, 12 carats. This is our 16. 67 on that carat weight in this Afghan material. And then same here. We saw this mounting earlier. Notice the big diamonds individually on the sides. Pave is going to really surround the sides of the stone. Wrap around the corners ever so slightly. See how it almost points in right there as the corner prongs reach, but then the diamonds continue down the sides, and there, right up top at the direct left and right, you've got that massive round brilliant diamond. Diamond weight overall, 93 points. Lots of those beautiful neons. When you start to see, and this is always the case, if you start to see blues in a kunzite, kunzite is normally the lightest shade of pink that a gemstone comes in. Really, truly. Think the lightest, palest, most light barely there. Like think pink diamond, but lighter. That's what most kunzite looks like. To be able to get a kunzite that has this level, where forget just pink, it's giving you purples, it's giving you electric blues, these neon blues that are coming through, that's when you know you got a good kunzite. That's what this is. We're going to share it with you right now and get you a great value. So come on in on the early side. Don't want anyone to miss it here because I know how quickly things are going to be going here. And now we're going to be on our way with a brand new ring. $7,999 should be price. Coming a lot lower than that. You know it is. That's what I do. I don't care how brand new it is. And this was new about 3 hours ago. So it is really fresh and updated. And let me show it on because this is the essence of a cocktail ring. No question about it. Every bit, the glow, the neon, the saturation level we love. Here's what it looks like on the hand. If you like big jewelry, perfect. If you don't, steer clear. This one is far too large for just the petite lovers or the diminutive lovers, or if you like something a little bit more just insignificant, this is definitely not it. Just go true to size on it. It's just about 3 sizes too large for me, which is why it's flying around. Once you get your true size, it's going to sit beautifully centered up on the hand. And we do, Pam, have that blue spinel coming up next for you. Thank you. That's the one. Perfect. And this one's going to be, well, this one's going to be a lot more affordable than the blue spinel, I can tell you that. It's only going to be $2,499. Didn't I just have a 10 carat price that way this weekend? So now getting so much more carat weight at the price you would normally pay for something smaller. So that doesn't normally happen on the big, rare, exotic stones, but it's happening right now. So that's a beauty. And that's going to give you some of the most saturation anybody can get in the world of kunzite. It's fabulous. And then our blue spinel's coming out to play by request. That'll be 1117246. And here's the difference. Blue spinel, boy, that's pretty. It looks a lot like a blue sapphire. Spinels and sapphires share a lot of similar properties, both optically and chemically. So we'll talk about that stone coming up next. And waiting to see who's getting that kunzite emerald, or rather cushion meets oval. It's really got a nice soft corner. Sometimes cushion cuts can be really rigid on the corners. They can be very rectangular. This has a little more softness to it, so it just really combines those two cuts together and looks great as a result. So $24.99. Hey, it's the top of the hour. Everybody, welcome to the show. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Big Monday night. Welcome to Monday Night Markdown. This is what we do. It's TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. This is going to be our last 2 hours together until Wednesday. So it's a great time to shop. Get us requests if you have them. Tell us what you want to see. That's coming out by request. We got a blue spinel coming out by request as well. That's coming out next. And then we'll get to our top of the hour, which we have a yellow diamond premiere tonight. Gorgeous brand new style. We have a Tanzanite, one of our classic setting styles is coming up with an 8 carat Tanzanite. Have a beautiful pair of earrings. So a lot to get to, but this is the one that's got to go right now. So $24.99. Let's get to our blue spinel. 1117246 is on the way. Here you go. This is our really gorgeous, rich royal blue. It's a true royal blue without going too dark. And spinels are like, think of it like a more rare variety of sapphire. And if I had a 415 sapphire, look out. It's a 415 spinel this time around. It's out of Burma. Burma produces the best rubies in the world. I just mentioned that spinels and sapphires are similar in chemical properties. Well, actually, remember, sapphire and rubies are the same. They're corundum, just with different elements that make them different colors. So this is where, again, we have richness of similar elements in Burma, as we see in Ceylon, which is Sri Lanka. And that's what produces today's very best of sapphires, rubies, and spinels. And so you've got a Burma material here, because a lot of material out of different regions of the world. There are spinels found in other regions of the world as well, but they're not nearly as well regarded. This has 115 of diamond weight. It's a very, very special stone because it is also the emerald cut, so showing off some really remarkable clarity here. And then, of course, you see that double halo just splits on the sides and then leads to that split shank. So instead of being the complete double halo, you see what happens there? It goes right around those corners and then kind of splits off into the sides of the ring, which just makes it more interesting to have that negative space as opposed to, let's say, a double halo with a plain band. This is a rare gem, of course, also giving you great durability like sapphires and rubies do. It's just a step lesser in hardness, great for everyday wear. It's an 8, 8.5. So Burma spinels are great to wear all the time. Don't think, oh, it's exotic, I probably have to baby it. No, you don't at all. But it's also going to be a big discount because why not? It's a $79.99 piece. Already has come down a bundle to get there. We got too much jewelry left for the first 62 minutes. So it's now where kind of with 2 hours left, it's already crunch time. when the reality is that we've got jewelry available from the first 2 hours. When I've had the values I have, which are the best ones sitting here, I get to go through the entire inventory and bring out the very best values for a Monday night. So the fact that there's anything still left is alarming. And so it just means that I need to bring these prices even lower for you. That's exactly what I'm going to do on a spinel that is enormous in size. And that's the great news here. You don't have to pay $79, $69, $59, $49. You're not even paying $39.99. Let's blow some jewelry out. That's what we're here to do. And I'm going to make it even better than $39.99. It can be changed in the gold color too if you want to. Yellow gold, rose gold's fine. We're going to size it for you. We take care of all of that. We build in hundreds and hundreds of dollars of extras so that it arrives to your house in the perfect preference for you. That's what it's all about. No extra cost or expense on your part. Nothing to run around town to worry about doing. You just get the ring. You're anxious to wear it. You start wearing it right that moment. It's not going to be $39, $38, or $37.99. This is one of our most important stones here. We don't bring it out all that often because it's a little more than what a lot of people like to spend. Until now, when I'm saying let it go and we'll make it $37.77 first caller. Good luck. Still have our kunzite. Still have our blue sapphire. So we had, remember, the blue sapphire $239 earlier. This is how they differ. You may want to see them together side by side to decide which one is the best one for you. This is more of a regal royal blue. This is more of that purple blue cornflower color. So that's a sapphire on the left. It's a spinel on the right. But just wanted to show you if you're thinking, oh, those are the same. They're not the same color. So when they're side by side, maybe it makes it a little easier to determine which one is really the best for your collection. So let me know what you think. $27.77 for the certified sapphire on the left and $37.77 for the spinel. That's a little bit, almost double the size on the right side. So that's going to complete our blue spinel and sapphire collection. I have some great earrings coming up for our top of the hour, and we're going to show those next. And they're rubies, and they're big, and they're also a great value. So that's going to light up our lines here. Even if you want to just spend a little to get a lot, well, that's really the name of the game here, but a really tremendous example of that coming your way. So let me know if you'd like either the sapphire, a little more purple blue there. You see, I think it's really nice to, I always love when we have similar pieces, have them side by side. It really illustrates the points that I'm trying to make when you can see it visually right next to each other. So Jason, any questions on those, or you want something else? All right, so let me know. Those are all by request, and then here we go. Top of the hour special is here. A welcome into the second hour of the evening together is going to come out in the form of the rarest of and the best of Burma rubies. We love our Burma rubies. I've not known us to bring others, so I think you might think that's just old hat, standard, it's basic, everybody's got them. Nope. Just because it's all we see does not mean that this is ordinary or available or affordable. What we're bringing is, we always make a point to bring only quality. Every time you see a piece of jewelry, I don't care if it's $500 or $500,000, if it's on this network where you see that TVON logo, it's only quality no matter what. That is the first order of business on anything we create. If it ain't quality, we're not bringing it. This is specialty, and it's our top of the hour, so we get to go wild on the pricing for you and get to do some tremendous discounting. It's item number 112-1799. That's how we begin. And just for the record, this is all Burma material matched up to perfection. They're not small stones either. You're getting a carat 14 in your oval Burma stones surrounded by diamonds. Yes, we're going to throw in some VS diamonds. How about 18 points of your VS diamonds there? And all of that in a yellow gold, white gold, or rose gold mounting for you. Really beautifully done, aren't they? They're specialty, no doubt. They're also going to be beautifully large on the ear. We're not talking about an oversized, but we're talking about something that sits closer to the ear, but still really makes a statement. You'll see them on. Carat 14 is the minimum carat weight. I've only got a couple pairs. See, we do this on a Monday as opposed to a weekend, because if I got a top of the hour on the weekend, sometimes we need to have like 20 or 50 quantity. I've only got a couple here. I've got a handful. That's it. Matching rubies like this is not easy. Clarity like this, near impossible. Ruby is not supposed to be a transparent or clean stone. It's supposed to be opaque. So when you get stones that are, like these are showing right now, the difference is that you're looking automatically at a very special rare variety of ruby There's also going to be a great size. Now, I remind you, it is already June, but that means that next month is July, and this is the July birthstone. So something to keep in mind if you're shopping for those July birthdays or if it's yours. Here's how they're going to look from a distance. We really intend for them to be north to south in the ear because the post is actually a little bit up towards one side or one end of center. So just so that they sit properly on the ear, we still give you piercing coverage, but then they've got a little bit of drape to them. And again, just a beautiful length, which I'll show you here now. How about that from a distance where you get 3/8 of an inch, but also still glowing even from a distance away like these are. And then we're going to show them on because that's really, really important. Post and butterfly backs is what you will get. I've got only a couple of pairs. We have nobody on the phone lines, and that's probably because you've seen these before at $39.99. You're scared. You're thinking, well, I know it's Markdown Monday, and I know she's bringing the values, and I've seen a bunch already, but realistically, how low could a ruby earring of that size and quality go? Well, that's what I'm here to surprise you with. Shock you with the values. That's really what it's about. Take a look at that from a distance. It's still glowing. It's still kind of hidden by the light here, and yet it's still glowing. Take another look. That's just to give you a size perspective. I held that up right where the piercing is, right where the post is going to be. And then what we're going to do is make these incredibly affordable. I need some callers. You know, you can always dial in and hang up, right? You're not obligated to buy anything. But it is, when you have as limited quantity as we have, it's important. And sometimes it makes the big difference between getting a pair or not when you're dialing in on the early side. So here's what I would recommend doing. It's going to be our better than $3,999 price tag. That's what we got to do. I've got 2 diamonds by the yard necklaces to show you for those requests coming up. So yes, exclusive and very, very popular and bestsellers are coming. But this is going to be better than even $999 a pair. Sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures, and that means blowout pricing. And that's what I'm about to do on something that is about as rare and beautiful as what I can bring. Matched up perfection in rubies from Burma, $20,000 a carat stones. Anywhere else you shop, what should be $20,000 a carat here, you see you're getting over a carat. That's just a minimum carat weight, and they're not going to be $9.99. Sometimes you just got to say, let's get rid of them, right? Sounds crazy. Get rid of rubies? Get rid of the king of all gems, the most desired stone, what is most expensive in the retail world always, rubies, we're getting rid of them. So if you can help us move some inventory, this really is kind of like the garage sale of our jewelry shows right now. I'm just going to make sure that we just send them out, and I'm here to shock you a little bit. Hopefully that's what we can do. And I think already, interestingly enough, on a normal day, you put an earring like that up for $9.99, and we get a lot of calls going, okay, what's going on there? That's too good. I'm going to take these down so much lower, and promise me you'll get 1 or 2 pairs. We're not even saying limit 1 per customer. If you want to go ahead and steal them all because you're a jewelry store owner and you want to put them in your store and make $5,000 profit on each and every pair, go ahead. You can do that. Or maybe you're just a generous gift giver and you see a value and you know one when you see one and you want to get one for your sister or your mom or your daughter or your granddaughter or some July birthstone that is really just, again, in love with rubies but can never afford them. $888 a pair, go. Let's give it 60. You know what? Stop everything. Let's not even do that. Did I not just say we're going to give away some jewelry? And I mean it. We are serious about this. I got to move just a couple of pairs. We can do this. 1 pair's gone. 2 pairs on. Jason's got a pair. Wayne's got a pair. They're not going to last. And then I think a lot of people are going, why didn't I get in quicker? Why didn't I get in sooner? I didn't know she was going that low. That's where, again, dialing it early tonight is going to be the only way to get in. Only way. It's not going to be $888 or $777 a pair. This is unheard of for rubies. They're matched identically. They're glowing like those museum reserve stones we have for thousands of dollars. And you're getting a better value than $777 with VS Diamonds in solid gold, in your choice of. Welcome to our top of the hour. That's how we're rolling. I'll make them $699 a pair. That is it. And operators, will you let me know if you've got a pair? Because I definitely need to keep track. Cannot keep selling them to my heart's content, otherwise we're going to have problems. So this is the way to get your ultimate ruby value. Andy's got a pair. Jess, do you have a pair? 1 pair gone. Do you have a pair, Wayne? You do? That nod is not convincing. Is that okay? We've got another pair. Jason, how about you? Yes. So good thing I ask because we're almost sold out. We have 1 pair left. That's it. 1 pair, 38 seconds left. Why does my call board say 0 calls when we have every single line locked up? Does anybody know the mystery there? I have no idea. It's very confusing. But anyway, last call. Who got yours, Jess? Thank you, Janice, so much. Appreciate that. $6.99, what a value. Hooting and hollering over that value. We all love a good ruby value. So that's it. Well, I guess that ain't working. So just looking at my board's not functioning right now. So that's okay. We'll figure it out. And what about you, Wayne? Did you get a pair? Oh, you didn't get a pair. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you nodded yes, but it was a no. Okay, so we have one more pair than I thought, but Jess will take that pair. All right, so we still have one pair left now. Andy, who got yours? Do you know how to figure out the board, or is it just malfunctioning right now? It just, yeah. Oh, it's just having issues? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not like, you know, seeing things that aren't happening. Okay. All right. So good to know. All right. So, all right. We'll just kind of go blindly here. Jason, do you have a pair for sure? Okay. So we've got one pair left. That is it. And that is all. Let's move on. We've got a couple requests. Now, this is kind of fun. It's only our iconic bestseller in necklaces all time. I've got one pair left of these. Well, I'm a total failure. That's okay. We'll just move on, and I'll just rest assured somebody's going to pick that last pair up at some point. I have our big diamonds by the yard necklace. Now, this is something I need to tell you because I know a lot of you know this by heart, and a lot of you are going to go, oh, that again. But this is something that everybody really needs to have at some point in time. Diamonds by the yard, or the station style. I was just looking, I got a catalog delivered to my mailbox today, and it's got fine jewelry in it. And do you want the last one? Okay, so we're verifying on that last one of ruby earrings. Call us and check. Yeah. Do you need them on again? All right. Can they go back? Or okay. So Tony, I gotta just, you know, gotta show them on again. They missed it. So let's show them on the ear one more time. Hey, have them, Wayne, take a good look at their screen right now, because I'm going to try one on again, and then we're going to get to our diamonds by the yard, because I know we have requesters waiting patiently to see that diamond by the yard that we just brought out. So here's the ruby earring yet again, so you can see, and you can obviously, if you want to turn them a little bit to have a different angle, you can. That's no problem, but it's just a beautiful look. I just want to give you a little size perspective there. So $6.99, let's go back to the wheel. Just wanted you to see those if you missed them. And that's our last call, and it sounds like we're still verifying in that last pair if you want them. I'm going to go ahead and show you something I know a lot of you have seen, but still it's one of those things that a lot of people then come back and get another and another and another, because it's one that is also gifting appropriate. Let me move that aside. We're going to go to the hand here and talk about 1111654, which is our diamonds by the yard. That is the only diamonds by the yard that we do in this length. So hear me out. Because a lot of you say to me, well, 16, 17, 18 is what I always see your necklaces in, but that's not my favorite length. And so here's what we've done. This is the only station style diamond necklace that is done in the 18, 19, and 20. So you're getting 2 extra inches of length in golden diamonds that you normally get, because every other style we do is 18 max. This is up to 20 max. So if you're somebody who does want to have longer length in your necklace, this is the only diamonds by the yard that's going to suit you. And yet the diamonds are still going all the way around to the point of their only break is where the adjustability is. So you got your lobster claw closure, which you see off to the right there, then 3 different adjustable lengths as well. And again, super, super cool with the big diamonds as well. And they're about 1.5 inches or so apart from each other, but they go all the way around. So that's the cool part too, is that some of our necklaces go 3/4 of the way. Some only give you 5 stones. This goes all the way to the adjustability, which you see starts right here. So that would be your shortest length at 18, then 19, then 20. So this is beautiful bigger diamond weight as well. All those bigger diamonds that you have that are bezel set, front and back, open bezels. So that really works also, because as it moves and turns, you want to see the sparkle of the diamonds, right? We use VS diamonds, yes, even in our necklaces. And this is by request, but again, for all of our new shoppers, which there are dozens and dozens by the day of late, for all of our repeat shoppers who are looking for the perfect gift idea for somebody for that big graduation, that anniversary, that birthday, any special occasion you want to spoil someone with fine jewelry, here it is. But if you don't know, if you just need something longer, maybe you don't know what kind of length she needs, well, it's always safer to go with the longer. Give them more flexibility and more options with the longer. I know my own mom, I could speak for her, she always loves this particular length. She wants the 18 to 20. She just likes it to drape a little bit longer. So everyone's got their preference, but if it's a diamonds by the yard, most of the time they're much shorter. And can I just say that with an extra 2 inches of golden diamonds, shouldn't it be a lot more, like to the tune of $29.99? Yeah. Carat 10 on those diamonds, total weight. How about a white, yellow, or rose gold? I can show you the white gold in a different variety as well, so we can show that to you in a little bit. But I think we know what our diamonds look like in the white gold. And so it's probably just a matter of which color do you not have yet and add that to it. Or maybe if you have one of our 16, 17, 18, get this, and then it really layers. It gives you so many more options for layering because you have the longer length with this one. Okay, let's make it really simple and easy. The very first colors, and this is one of our icons. If you don't have one, you need one. It pretty much is that way. You kind of need one. And if you want to layer up beautifully, which is the look right now, go for it. It's only going to be you know what, let's skip $14.99. We had this by request. I have a smaller version coming out, but look at the difference. This is the smaller version, sparsely set, smaller diamonds, and a smaller chain. Everything moves up in size. By the way, this smaller version is only going to be the 18-inch max. That's it. It's got a spring ring instead of the lobster claw. So with this one, you're getting extra deluxe in every way with this style. The smaller version's only going to have 31 points in diamonds. It's only up to 18 inches, and it's got a spring ring closure instead of the lobster claw. So I can think of a number of reasons to go here with the upgraded. And here's the best reason. I'm saving you another $500, and we're going to take it down to $999 for a necklace that has throughout perfectly spaced station diamonds all the way. And by the way, the diamonds, let me get you the count because I always have to refresh. We have so many of these different versions, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There are 11 individual diamonds. We do the odd number so you can find the center and then always have them spaced perfectly and evenly around the neckline, which speaking of, I want to take it over, Tony, to the neckline just to show everybody there how it's going to look from a distance away, just to appreciate the size. From just a little bit of a length. So you can see how they're going to go all the way around, how those bigger diamonds, even as it turns and twists and moves, you're still going to get those diamonds always bright and brilliant, facing forward, and always sparkling beautifully. So that's going to be $9.99. We'll get to the smaller version as well. So don't worry, we'll present that to you. We'll give you an option to get that one, but this is the way to go to get the big individual diamonds, and that is special. So $9.99, only, and again, you're getting up to 20 inches. Who's got one? Thank you, Jason. What color? White, yellow, rose. Yellow gold over there. What about you, Jess? Yellow gold? You got it. They're all loving it the way they're seeing it. But remember, white gold is fine and rose gold is fine. What about you, Wayne? Are you getting a white, yellow, or rose? And remember, this is our 20-inch version. This is the only way to get a 20-inch version. Love that. Let's show you the smaller one. We're going to give this a final look. And then, by the way, the smaller one, shorter, smaller diamond weight, 31 points total, etc. Still have a pair of ruby earrings, by the way, if you need them, for $6.99. So that is special. Okay, let's keep on rocking. Big Monday night, welcome in. Hard to tell who's on the phone lines and who's not out here in the studio, so I'll just wait and give you an extra 60 seconds with this one, then we're going to move right along and show you the smaller version. So if you need the 18-inch max and you want to get just a little delicate drop of diamonds, there it is, and that one's going to be the smaller version that's got 5 individual diamonds. So it's only going to go about 3/4 the way around. You see they're spaced a little further apart. That's coming up. But again, the difference is important to see. Not that you can't have fun and mix and match and layer. That's what I would do. I know a lot of you have a Diamonds by the Yard already. I'm no fool. I've been up here selling them for years, been selling them by the dozens. Sometimes when we have busy days, we'll sell 100, 200, 300 at a time. So there's a lot of different ways to get a Diamonds by the Yard. We do different versions. We do our 202. We do a carat 10. We do a different version of a carat 10 that has a shorter length to it. This is the longer length. So it's different versions, but that's the beauty of it. You don't necessarily need to stop at just one. You can get multiples. You can stack and layer. You can create that drama. It's still an easy, like I'm not one for big necklaces. I just don't like the weight and the feel of necklaces, but I still wear a necklace every day. Lately, I've been wearing 2 or 3 every day, but I like lighter, more delicate necklaces that are easy to wear, just like this. Yes, go ahead. Did she? Kathy from Tennessee, was she brand new or has she shopped with us before? She shopped with us before. Welcome back, Kathy. Thank you so much. Glad to hear you got some rubies. And then who's shopping over there? Oh, wonderful. Hey, I haven't heard from her in a while. How's she doing? Hey, Alve, thank you so much for shopping diamonds. All right, so let's show you something else here. It's the smaller version, and it's item number 1110456. So let's go from one version to another. Been kind of trying to show you the difference here. 5 stones, 31 points. Item number is 456, and this would be the 31 points, and you're seeing all the diamonds there. There are 5 of them. So there's, again, that odd number we talk about so you can easily find the center, but then the stones are still bigger, right? They're going to be a good size, and you've got the diamond cut sparkle chain. Now the difference is this will be 16, 17, and 18, so that's how it differs from the last. It's going to have a spring ring closure as opposed to the lobster claw, and we only have a couple available. We have 6 in white and 3 in yellow, and it's extremely affordable. Less than the price of a chain right now. Chains are going for about 500 bucks just for a 16-inch chain. That's the wholesale price we're seeing right now in chains. Maybe you want to go the most casual route when a Diamonds by the Yard is to be considered. This is it. This is more casual just because you have the 5 stones as opposed to all the way around. They're still going to go 3/4 the way around the neckline as you wear it. You're still getting the diamond cut chain, but it's actually half the price. So it's $499. So a similar concept, but still giving you really tremendous affordability to it. And that'll be $499, and we'll give that 60 seconds as well. And I only have the 6 in the white and the 3 in the yellow gold, so that's going to go very, very quickly, because if you do need it right away, and it can ship out tomorrow, as long as you are purchasing one of those last 9 that we have in stock. So that's the key there. If you really need a rose gold, we'd be happy to make one for you. Just know it'll take a little extra time, but that's the way to get your $499 version. So just again, little different concept, spreads those stones just a little bit further apart, gives you a little bit smaller stone there, and then still that remember 16, 17, and 18, which is more of our standard. So that's going to be the way to go there. And we're going to make sure that we get those out the door. 30 more seconds, and then let us know if you have any other requests, because that's why those came out in the first place. You said, show us Diamonds by the Yard, give us some options for pricing. Maybe, I know a lot of people oftentimes, if they need multiple gifts, like they need to get 3 different jewelry gifts for 3 different gals. Maybe it's all the daughters, all the granddaughters, and they're not sure, and you want to keep it more economical to do so. Obviously, this is a great choice. Still giving you the classic nature of this station style necklace, still giving you a lot of wearability, still giving you something that maybe you're not sure. Is she more glam or is she a little bit more cash? This necklace is going to bring it every day. So it's really versatile. So we love that at $499. Thanks so much, everybody. All right, so glad you like our Diamonds by the Yard. They're never not popular. And that's because they're icons. And yet every day we have new occasions that spring up that we want to celebrate with great jewelry. And this is the way to do it. And trust me, a piece you're going to wear all the time. All right, so $499. Let's move on. We got a big opal coming up. I have the most outstanding trillion pink zircon. I just got to flash this. I don't know why this is here. There's just so many great collectibles here, and I get it. This is the highest end we have in a pink zircon, but just a heads up. I think it's one of the coolest rings we have. It's one of the most confident rings I think we have, and if there's anybody considering it, we've got a huge markdown on it, and I just can't get more rare in pink zircon than that stone. So it's item number 11222762, and it's our 9-carat 17 trillion. I just want to show it to you. If it catches your eye, give me a call and I'll help you out with the price tag. It's one of those that's been sitting here a little bit too long, and we'd like to see it get a great collector's home, and that's what we're aiming to do here tonight. So if you'd like it, let me know, and we'll help you out with a great price on the 9-carat 17 with the 14 points in the pink diamonds, which honestly, there's no way it's 14 points. It's got to be more, because look at the way, I mean, they've got to travel that long distance around that perimeter, and then you've got the white diamonds around that. So very special way to go there, and it's a gorgeous stone on the hand because of the elongation of it. So it's going to give you a really cool look on that is really second to none. I'll try it on for you. Let me know if you'd like it. I got a huge blowout price as we're doing on everything. And yeah, it started about $12,999. So we're going to take that way low for you. And zircon's still being double refracted. Now I've had quite a few zircons already. I had a trio in one ring to start the show. I had the gorgeous golden stone as well. They're all still here. Let's move this one out. $34.99 first caller. $34.99. Just easy peasy, and a collector's stone, that's for sure. One of our very, very best is right there. It's the largest one we've had in the pinks, by the way, in that really exotic, elongated of the trillion cuts. Here's the way it looks the other way on the hand if you want to just see it turned around here. And we'll see who's got it. It's a very special stone that's definitely giving, if you're thinking, well, it's pink zircon, but it looks a lot of lavender, purple, mauve. Yeah, it is. It's definitely a mix of those colors together. Gives you almost a raspberry tone overall to it. So a little different than what we see out of some of our more red pink zircons that we have in the show. So you got, yeah, a very distinctive purpley color to it. Kind of reminds me of those pink diaspores out of Afghanistan, doesn't it? It really looks a little bit like that, but just extremely rare. Size, cutting, everything. It's giving you a lot of rarity in one stone. So that's $34.99. Then we've got some color change diaspore that's going to be that golden out of the Turkish mine. We still have that Tanzanite from earlier. And let me also just remind you, in other zircons, why not? Let's do some recaps here. Just in other zircons today, just to show you the breadth of colors you can get in zircons, we also had the trio of zircons for $777, which I just think, I know it's not for everybody, but it's a really cool ring. If you're like me and you just want really unique jewelry pieces, you don't want the basics, that's a good one for $777. And then we just had the straight up golden in the round, and that was only $16.99. There are some big values in zircons here tonight. And so if you want to go with the trio, if you want to go with the single trillion, or if you want to go with the big yellow golden, it looks like a yellow diamond all day, doesn't it? The round does. It's stunning. So again, $777 on the left, $34.99 in the center, and then $16.99 for that round. Oh, it was set up so nicely. There's the round in that gorgeous golden, looking like a yellow diamond all day. But $16.99 gives you that value. So all important pieces, they gotta go. And that's our zircon assortment. Zircons are not zirconias, so just keep that in mind. We don't do lab grown. Zircons are the kind of the mainstay of the gem world. Some of the first stones we know, of course, dating the earth 4.4 billion years old. That's all. They go way back. So it's a really iconic, it's got a history to it, a heritage to it that most stones simply do not. So that's all the zircon we've seen so far tonight. And then we're going to do a quick little sapphire deal. And then if anyone's interested, I've got these big champagne diamond earrings. We've never seen earrings quite like this. They're fabulous. They're really rich, almost cognac diamonds. Got a great richness in color saturation, 2 carats. Just on the center stones, that's 2 carats total, 1 carat each, and then you got a halo around them. So they're coming up in the show as well. Got some big, beautiful earrings. We got the big pendant here in Tanzanite as well. So again, $777 on the left, $34.99 in the center, and then only $16.99 on the right side. So 3 great zircons for you to choose from. And then we're going to show you this Tanzanite pendant. It's brand new as well. And it's 112, 4137. Hello, Blue Wing. In a pendant, a 11 karat 73 opportunity. Loving that one. And it's going to be our 18 karat solid gold mounting. One in the world. And you know what we've seen truly the least of in our categories of Blue Wing has been the pendants. Very few to go around. This is our 1173 with a carat 20 in the diamonds. Look at that thing go. I mean, it's just beautiful. Classic halo. Love that we added diamonds in the bail as well. And you've got an 1173 museum reserve stone, and just look at that facet pattern. Who says ovals are basic? You've got a lot of shimmering quality to this oval. We're halfway through the show, got some jewelry to move, so help us do that. I'm doing my part. I got all the reductions in prices for you, so we're dropping everything below our own cost just to make sure we can move some jewelry tonight before we don't see you till Wednesday. But here is our carat 20 in the diamond weight as well, and a huge drop in the price tag if anybody would like it. It's just as classic as it gets. We'll show it to you on. We have very few of our Blue Wings left, so obviously it's kind of last call. And this is the one and only pendant. And by the way, diamonds by the yard that we just showed you, either of those diamonds by the yard would fit in this bail. You can go really large on your chain. This is a nice sizable bail. Here's what it looks like from a distance. I'll show you the length with the ruler. And we only have one, of course, so it's going to fly. And if you want it, it's not going to be $99.99 any longer. I can promise you that. Here's what the length is going to give you. It is a full 1.25 inches top to bottom. Look at all the reds, even from this distance away. I'll pop it on the neckline so you can see it there. Really quickly, just to get an idea of that stone from a longer distance away, just to see what that's all about. And it's going to be better than even. Are you ready for it? Because we got an 1173. There aren't many of those stone sizes left. Let's go back up close if we can. And we'll get it to you for, well, I'm going to make it under 88.88 too. 77.77 is too much. It's Monday. Let's move jewelry. I'm going to make it, you know what, $69.99 is too much as well. Let's just take it on down. We got work to do. We got jewelry to blow out. We got a lot of jewelry to move and not enough time to do it, so it just means prices need to really fall. And let's make it $5,900. You know what? Go out to dinner on me, make it $58.88. Go ahead. Just even easier. And that's going to be one of our better per carat prices we've seen of the last several months in Blue Wing Block D, that's for sure. So a huge opportunity there when there's a lot of big diamond weight to go with it. We really packed that bale, by the way. I mean, sometimes just a little accent in the bale. You can see there, it's got those really big diamonds. The actual width of the bale is done in a bigger diamond, round, brilliant, all the way into those beautiful round stones that go all the way around. No graduation to those. They're all the bigger stones. Thank you. That's sold. Enjoy it. Let's take a look at this, though. One color change diaspore, 112-4267. Haven't even seen this one before. Out of a private collection. It's a 221, and it looks fantastic, doesn't it? Really stunning material. Let's come in close. We just had a very large Tanzanite pendant go. Now we're going to talk about this incredible cushion cut. Come on in close to that one. Oh, the pinks are already happening. So this is a color changing diaspore. It's one source in the world. It's only out of Turkey. And there's a golden green color, but then if it were to be in the proper light right now where it goes to incandescent, it would actually be totally pink and purple, but you're seeing little flecks of that already. And it's going to be our 221 with 83 points in the diamond weight. And one only. And I'll price it cheap. Promise you that. 83 points is the diamond weight there. Split shank, but bows out. So it's a nice little addition to the more squared off angles of the halo around that cushion cut. Looks great. It is great. It's super rare. Saw some in Vegas just in the last couple of days. Obviously, the gem trade show just wrapping up. And of course, some very big prices across the wholesale arena, especially on what some people call zoltanite, what some people call zarite, what we just call by the gemologically proper name, which is just color change diaspore, which obviously it's got some trade names that developed over the years, which we're all trying to figure out and decide on one, but until that day comes, we're just calling it by the correct name, diaspore. So color changing, take a look at it, and we'll see what we got here for one caller. White gold, yellow gold, rose gold. How about a quick deal here on the $39.99 piece? And just for the record, there's the piece and there's the price. So you like a little Monday night markdown, or are we cool with $39.99? Because I'm much more comfortable discounting. It's just the way I do things. You don't stick around in this business for 20-some years if you're not giving great values. You just don't. Nobody gonna like you unless you, I have to really buy your love. And how do you do that? By discounting prices on the things you love. And this is going to be better than $39.29 or $19.99. One of the rarest stones from our planet is right there. And here's what it looks like on, and get ready, I'm going to drop that price even further for you, but there is only one. Here's what it looks like on the hand, and that's that cushion cut where it's interesting. We talk about goldens and greens, but it's almost like there's a fleck of blue coming through on this stone, and then you know it's going to change to a purpley pink color in incandescent light. It's not $1,900, it's not $1,500. We're here to move a great piece, and we have one. And so it's going to fly, and it's only going to be, you know what, Skip, $14.99 and $13.99. I'm in the mood to sell. Let's make it $12.99 first caller, and then I think we're going to preview the big yellow diamond that's brand new tonight. Boy, we've shown you a lot of jewelry. Look how much jewelry I still have here in my hand for you. There's a lot here still from the show, from our first 95 minutes. So have a lot of jewelry out the door, but still quite a few pieces sitting here. So if you have any inquiries about anything you saw earlier, let me know. But $12.99 for a diaspore, shimmering, bright, clean material, lots of clarity, which you don't usually get with this stone. And it's only going to be $12.99. So, my goodness, it's a great value. And by the way, there's a very special exotic stone here. It's our last one that we made because we have no more loose stones. And I realize this is kind of like the big debut we did about 8 months ago. And everyone, collectors collectively, lost their minds when we started bringing the stone out because it was the stone that I don't think anyone ever thought we'd see, especially in jewelry. Cornerupine is here. I've got one last stone we put together in a mountain where we upped the ante, not just with white diamonds, but with pink and white together around what looks like a copper-bearing tourmaline, but it's even more rare. Let's take a look. Come on over and we'll get rid of the diaspore here because that one should be gone. It'll go. Let me bring this one out. Forget about what it is for a minute because a lot of you are probably looking at it going, I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of this, seen this, don't even know. I'll tell you all about it. But is that not just a pretty stone? For brightness, for neon, for its cutting and around? This is 112-0387. That is a mounting that is so important. We actually saw it with a Beautiful Brazilian Paraíba lately. I saw it just yesterday with a pinky purple diamond. And now we've got it with a stone that's even more rare than the two I just mentioned, which is Cornerupine. It's a Tanzanian stone, and it's a bright green, where normally the stone can be brown, it can be olive green, it can be kind of colorless. Those are not the real gem quality. We want it to look like this 21 pointer does. Bright neon greens, 5 points in pink diamonds. That's halo number 1, and boy, are they bright. Then you've got an additional 69 points in the white diamonds as well. So 74 points, all encompassing in your diamond weight there. Then you've got that outstanding superstar stone that's named for the gemologist. He was Andreas Cornerup. So it got Cornerupine as its name to really honor him as his namesake stone. He's a Danish gemologist. This is material that was discovered way back in the late 1800s. So we're talking about a stone that also has a history to it, but it's really all about the color because it's usually clear or brown or yellow. That is not a clear or brown or yellow stone. This is the ultimate rare of the rare. Don't get me wrong, the clear, the brown, the yellow, they're rare too. But when you get this gorgeous bright neon green, see, that's the thing. I think a lot of people look at the brown material. I know I did when I first saw it. When I was first exposed to this gemstone, I thought, okay, I read about it. I was like oohing and eyeing over the rarity, pretty excited to see one in the flesh, but it was not all that attractive. It was just a brown stone. So it kind of looked like a smoky quartz, if you've ever seen those. Not maybe the most bright, brilliant of like ooh and ahs. I don't think you'd look twice or do a double take or say, what is that? So really imagine my surprise when about 8 or 9 months ago, we bring out this ultimate high level quality. This Cornerupine, which is a 21 pointer. Big size, by the way, because this is not a stone that you're going to find in a 10 carat or a 5 carat or 1 carat. So this is that big size. And you're getting a value. And if you're saying, well, this is great for the people that have unlimited wealth, they can go ahead and shop those and buy those and collect those rare stones. But what about me? Am I going to be able to participate in something that's oh so rare? The answer is, yeah, tonight you are. And with pink diamonds and white diamonds, where I can guarantee you something right now. I'm not going to get the price of the mounting. I'm not going to get the price of the diamonds individually. I'm not getting the price of the gold. So this rare stone is completely free. And there is nowhere on planet Earth you're going to get a stone like this for free. Nowhere. Let's take a look at it. It's beautiful and it's bright and it's a really good ring size-wise. Take a look at it on. I'll show you here what it looks like from a distance away. You remember it at $69.99? Because I do. That's probably why it's here. $7,000, not necessarily what everyone's going to be able to do. But here we go. You're not getting $69.99 as your price. I'm going to try something here. Quiet Monday, markdowns, must see. Let's see what we can do. We're going to create mayhem on this Monday night. What if the entire ring, remember free diamonds, free stone, free gold? I don't know what you're paying for here, but maybe the labor if I do this right. What if we take the entire rarity, and trust me, there are people watching right now that are great collectors of rare diamonds, rare best of the best Tanzanite. Do you have a really cool diaspore, great kunzite? You've got rare stones if you've been watching this show. But you know what? You probably don't have a Cornerupine. This is the chance to get one in a beautiful designer style, super wearable, and not going to be $1,000. Now have we piqued your interest? Because it's looking like we have a $999 Monday night value. But if that doesn't work for you, I'm really buying your love here. I'm getting you a rare stone, one of the rarest you can ever own, for a price tag that is unheard of, unbelievable. Call me now. I don't think this is going to last. If it does, we got to figure something else out. Because that mounting has 74 points of some of the best pink and white diamonds, a lot of gold. This is not a small ring. There's a lot of gold in this ring. And yet we have nobody saying yes at $999. This is a huge value. Did I just drop $6,000 off that price? I indeed did. And it's still here. So I'm going to go lower. And we're going to make this really easy. And we're going to say goodbye to it. And you know what? if you don't have a Cornerupine, you got to get this one. Try it. You'll love it. It's bright, it's beautiful, it's not brown, it's not colorless, it's the rarest of the rare of the rare, and all you have to do is call in. It could be yours, even if you've never shopped with us before. This could very well be your ring, and the fact that there's nobody saying yes right now, oh my goodness, at $999. When I've had this ring with only 2 stones of late, Brazilian Paraíba and a purple pink diamond yesterday. Yesterday on my show, on a Sunday morning, I had this ring with a purple diamond. And yet, my point is it only houses the rare stones. That tells you something about this mounting. But it's not, I repeat, not going to be, I'm in like, I don't know what's going on. But I'm in a major, major state of, okay, let's do better, whatever it's going to take to get this out the door. Whatever it's going to take. What are you thinking about there, Wayne? Tanzanite earrings? You got it. So we've got this sitting here at $9.99 and nobody's on the phone lines thinking, well, okay, somebody's thinking about it. Tony, I'm going to do this, and we're going to give this 60 seconds. So you can come on in, and you can be ready to go, and then somebody's going to take it and go on their merry way and probably send me a very lovely thank you note saying, thank you for doing what you do, which is really, really, really silly. And you know as well as I do, fine jewelry made like this should never be this price tag. That's okay. Sometimes it's more important to move. One of my mentors said that negative cash flow is still cash flow, and that is true, right? And we do, right? It's true. So we need to spark some cash flow here. And so yes, are we losing money and going backwards? Yes. I don't need you to know everything about jewelry to see that. But instead of $9.99 or $8.99, I'm going to go lower than that. Call me, please, please try it. And if this isn't everything and all that and a bag of chips, send it back. Okay, you can send it back. Because I know what you're thinking right now. You're going, there's no way. Come on, that says pink diamonds up there and white diamonds, and I'm reading those carat weights, and that's a stone that's super rare that usually you only read about in books and encyclopedias and gem periodicals and manuals and on blogs from collectors and museums. What's that doing there at $8.99? Well, it's not. It's $888. Go. Let's do it. 60 seconds, Tony. I can't even offer that or advertise that or show that for more than 60 seconds. And that is I've seen them before, guys. They're colorless and brown usually. That is looking like a Paraíba or a green diamond. It's neon, it's bright, it's bold, and now I'm giving it away, truly, for $888. That's why you try it. And see what you think. Get it at home. You probably don't have one. So it's really an important style to pick up. This is cool, right? Rob just messaged me. He goes, Lauren, actually he said, geez, Lauren, I can't believe the price. I know, and he knows jewelry. So a customer's watching right now and felt inclined to message me live on the air through Facebook and say, the diamonds alone. That's what he wrote. The diamond. Yeah, no kidding. Tell me about it, Rob. I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to move some jewelry and trying to give stuff away. We got an hour and 15 minutes, so I wouldn't go anywhere. If this is happening right now, what's going to take place over the course of the next hour and 15 minutes in this show when I got brand new to show you? That is, see, that's the thing. Everyone knows a value. And like I say, I don't want you to buy it just because it's cheap. You know, but if you don't have one, and I think I'm talking to most people, I know I don't have one. I've been collecting jewelry for years. I've been in the gem business 22 years now. I don't have a Cornerupine. I've never really seen one that I liked prior to the last 8 or 9 months here on this show. I mean, this is it. It's an important stone, and it's got the pink diamonds, and it's got the white diamonds, and by goodness, I can't show it anymore. That's the one that it's a must-have, and I know we got values all night, but it's going to be tough to top that one. And when you've got rarity like that is, and you've got pink and white diamonds that are 74 points in diamond weight, and there's a lot of gold underneath that supporting that piece. I'm going to try it on again. This is not a small ring. I have a very large hand. I wear a size 5.5, but my hand is very long. I mean, that's a large ring. This is not some small little where, you know, you're going to need a magnifying glass to find it in the box when it's delivered to your house. No, it's got a lot of presence to it. That's a triple halo. It even requires this split shank to really balance out the overall pedestal and platform of the center. So $888, what a great value. It's just fun. Fun to give away rare gemstones like this, and that's exactly what we're doing. Yes. Sure, here's the, well, it's going to be obviously a split shank, so it's going to be open on the sides, but then they anchor it with that beautiful finishing underneath the centerpiece, so that's what supports it and lifts it up off the hand. So you're not left with it hollowed out. It's not going to be that, it's not floating somewhere up, where it's, going to get uncomfortable after you wear it for a few hours. You've got that base, that foundation of gold that sits on the hand, and then it lifts the rest up so you can give a lot of light to all those diamonds, pink and white included. So that's a great piece. And then we're going to move right along. We've got the big yellow diamond debut for you as well. So a lot to get to tonight. It's our big Monday, but we're already near the finale. We only have an hour and a few minutes left. So not a lot of time. And remember, we got to shop now because we have our TVON Withdrawal Tuesday coming up, right? Where we don't have a show. It's the only night of the week we don't have a show. Only day of the week we don't have a show. So I know we all kind of go through a little jewelry withdrawals on Tuesday. So we got to shop now. And that's, again, another big reason why I make the values possible that I do on Monday night. So you can get your shopping fix taken care of so that we can all make it to Wednesday, right? Where we need our fine jewelry. And I'll tell you, if you're window shopping tonight, this is that moment where hopefully we're kind of taking you from window shopper to collector, because there's an $888 price tag on a $7,000 ring. So one more time, and then we're going to show you the big brand new yellow diamond we have. We have men's Paraíba. We've got just gorgeous pieces, but there's a lot of work to be done here. So we got a lot of special pieces, but we got to move some jewelry if we're going to be here. So look at that. Look at that stone. That's our blue wing block D oval that we have coming up. That's coming up. One of our last of our blue wing rings that's new. Love that. Here we go. Last chance on that one. We've got aquamarine that's here. It's a beautiful emerald cut. A little wheel for you as we round out this hour. Let me show you some one-of-a-kinds on a discount wheel that we're going to give you 3 examples of. Call me on that one. Let's show you this, the rarest of our blue-green Tanzanite. This is that unheated zoisite. Feels like a little bit of an arrow design. Then we've got a mandarin garnet to show you. And there's also going to be an incredible designer ruby ring coming up. So mandarin to start. There's your neon. Then we call it peacock Tanzanite, but this is really just an unheated bicolor. Look at this. Platinum and solid 18 karat gold together, wrapping around some big stones. How about a ruby and a diamond that are good sized stones here in pear shapes? And you got your choice of any ring you want up here. Same price, huge markdown. Let's eliminate some jewelry. Final hours coming up. And boy, do we got to really do some wild things. And we will. So get ready. It's not over yet. But look at how beautiful this is. So we've got 374 on the trillion Tanzanite. That again is unheated zoisite. So it's got the blues and the greens. We have a 341 mandarin garnet on the left, cinched together with diamonds. That's going to be 86 points in diamonds. Then you've got your platinum and 18 karat. It's like 2 rings, but they're scrolling and interlocking together. That's a big diamond. It's a 57-point pear-shaped ruby and a 34-point diamond that you have together here in this ring, and it is heavy. If you want to feel your metal weight, if you want to have weight to your ring, that's the ring to own. So any one of them you want. 3 great choices, all one onlys. They stay as is. Actually, the mandarin you can change, but this stays in platinum and 18K right there. This one can be changed to yellow, white, or rose. Here we go with the white gold. I would, you know what, I'll change that one too if you want to. Go ahead. We can put a little extra time into that, change up the gold colors if you'd like, but get ready. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. Supposed to be $49.99 and up. Now they get to come down and go much lower than that, and we're going to take them below $2,000. Just to make this quick, because we've got about 9 minutes now till our last hour kicks off. So it is go time on your favorites up here, whichever one you love. But they got to go. And they're not $49.39 or $29 or $19. I promised you an extra special value. 3 pieces at one time, it means we got to move them extra discounted so they can go. And mandarins are the hottest stone right now with Paraíba as far as price acceleration. So get your mandarins in the neon. They were only discovered in 1991. They're already mined out. This is just rare. You know our blue wing block Ds are high quality, but this is an unheated zoisite. So no heat treatment, whereas most every Tanzanite in the world's got heat treatment, including, yes, the blue wing block Ds. So what's nice here is that you don't have any heat treatment at all, so it makes it extra rare, and as a result it has multiple colors showing up through it. And then we have this great stone. The stones together, big diamond, big ruby, all set, wrapped in gold or platinum, and that's going to be so much fun on the hand. You know what? Let's make it easy. Not even $19, $18, $17.99. Better value. I've got all the carat weights to recap for you. We can bring up the item numbers and the information and try them on as you ask about them, but they're not even going to be $17.77. We'll do a quick blowout. Remember, all one of a kinds. When they're gone, they're gone. $16.99 instead for a better value with only about 8 minutes left until last hour kicks off. And we're starting it off with a very big yellow diamond piece that is also a brand new style, which probably should be delayed for another decade, but we're going to do it anyways because we need a little newness in our life, don't we? So we've got the yellow diamond coming up, one of the most deluxe styles I've ever seen us create. I've been in a lot of high-end designer jewelry stores, and this ring that we have coming up at the top of the hour, if you need an incentive to stay with us for an extra 5 minutes or so, that's it. This looks like one of the most important designs we've ever brought. It's brand new right now tonight. We're going to show that in literally, it's 7.5 minutes away. So you don't have much more time to wait on that yellow diamond design, which is so spectacular. So here we go. Let me know which one we can try on and bring up graphics on for you, and then we'll move them out at $16.99. Let me start here with the platinum and the 18 karat gold. It's such an interesting design, so you probably really want to see it on the hand here to get started, and very heavy. I know you can't tell now. When you get this at home, you're going to be wowed and really mesmerized by the feel of it, the weight, how much precious metal you have. Is that the one you're taking? So good. Jason's got this one already. It's 1123656, platinum and 18K. That's a 57-point ruby. And that's the 34-point diamond. Congrats on that one. That one's gone, stays as is. We'll size it. Now we have two left. It's either the 374 trillion cut unheated Tanzanite, blues and greens and purples and lavenders, and then we have the mandarin, which is the 341 in the rare garnet and the rare unheated zoisite or Tanzanite. It still comes from that same mine, so we can still use that term and pay homage to the great mine and the only mining venture that obviously produces such a blue zoisite. So Tanzanite, but really again unheated, but still has great color. You know, it just goes to show you with a really good unheated stone, you don't have to get a lack of color. You're not getting a lack of saturation, but it's showing more than purples and blues. It's showing some greens and some like lighter aqua tones as well, which is really pretty. So that will be our last two at the $16.99 offering. Then we do have this gorgeous opal. If anybody wants a really high quality opal, there it is. Great looking stone that has every color of the rainbow all throughout. A great pattern on that one, so we'll share that with you as well before we go to our top of the hour. That yellow diamond deal is on its way, but $16.99. We've shown you just about everything, so in this last hour we're going to need some requests because I don't think the yellow diamond is going to take a full hour. Plus we have that Tanzanite. We have that beautiful oval I keep flashing for you. That's the signature style mounting. So we've got the oval. Look at how the blue wing differs, by the way, from the unheated. Just for the record, a lot of you are going, but I don't get it. That looks just like every other Tanzanite. No, it does not. There's the blue wings. So see the difference there? See the neons that you get from the blue wings and the red flashes? You're not going to get red flashes in this unheated, but you are getting a trillion with almost like a pink hue to it, as well as the blue, greens, purples, and lavenders. So just kind of a fun way to go, and really one of the ultimate collector level stones there for our Tanzanite lovers. And there's our mandarin garnet, bright as can be. Here comes our opal, which is brand new right now. And this one is a little bit deceiving as opals can be on the air. It's much brighter, more saturated colors in person. I was a little surprised when I saw it on the monitors here for the first time. It's a highly saturated stone. It's a black opal out of Lightning Ridge, Australia. It's 1124269, and that would be a really cool pattern too, where it's going to show off all of the colors of the rainbow, not just one or two. Typical Australian opals, usually just blues and greens, but this has such a pretty palette of colors. It's all the colors. It's a 62-point stone that certainly looks like more. It also has 27 points in the pink diamonds, and you see what they do? Not just the halo first immediately around the stone, but also running through the middle of that bridge mounting where you see right here. That's a cool look. See how the pink diamonds are going to actually go run underneath the stone like a little river of pink diamonds finished on the inside. You can see a little bit of host rock from your natural opal through and through from the back. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip it around because from another perspective, we're going to see a little different color pattern to it. And now yellows, greens, purples, blues, oranges. It's all there, guys. The whole complement of rainbow colors is in this stone, and a huge value. It's a lot of fun to see them. It's a lot of fun to price them really well. These are some that I know I've been selling. You know, a lot of you remember me back in the day selling in 2004 and 2005, selling loose opals with the owner of the mine. And, you know, a lot of our relationships go back that far, where this is the kind of material that loose, $10,000 a carat material, $10,000. Obviously, it's a 62 pointer, so it would be more like $6,200. But that's the thing. That's what you would pay normally for just the loose stone by itself. You've got an incredibly ornate designer mounting here with the pink diamonds and the white diamonds together. You're getting all this look in the bridge. Come on over and take a look, and then we'll see what it looks like on the hand for you, because I know we're moving quickly. We've got just a few short minutes to our top of the hour. So let me make sure you see this on the hand. And still, so much more extra brightness to the colors that you can't see under these lights. So I know you've got to take a little leap of faith here. The white diamond weight is 77 points, so you are going to be well over a full carat in the pink and the white together. And we're going to blow it out right now. $59.99, as most of our bigger, better black opals are. We're taking it lower than $59.99. And the addition of the pinks really inspired by what you see there, the amount of red. Red considered the most highly valued color to get in an opal. It's usually the most elusive as well. But the amount of pinks and reds really inspired the use of a lot of extra pink diamond weight. And it's all happening right now for just $2,499 for our brand new opal of the evening. So an important stone, a good one. I love when we get the yellows. I always find that the yellows also are just about as difficult to find as the reds. And this stone happens to have it all. And yes, the blues and the greens. It's got a bit of a blue body color to it to start. Then the greens, and almost feels a little bit like a watercolor that gets into some neons towards the outside of the stone. It's cool. So $24.99 gets you the opal of a lifetime and a really deluxe mounting as well to go around it. So thrilled to bring it to you. Love the discount. I hope you do too. $24.99. We'll give it 60 seconds, and then anything else we can show you. There's quite a bit of jewelry left from our first 2 hours. And this is pretty unusual for a Monday night when we've had markdowns like we have. I'm just going to show on the hand shot, Tony. This is all the jewelry I have left from the show that I've shown you that's available. And this has all been presented in full. That's quite a bit of jewelry. So just keep in mind, if there's a request that you have or you're thinking about something, don't just assume because we moved on that it's gone. There are a few pieces that are still hanging out here, including 2 Congolese tourmalines, a gigantic kunzite, pink zircon, multiple zircons, yellow zircon, sapphires, blue spinels, and a big Tanzanite and some other assorted tourmaline. So there's been a lot of great jewelry that's still here waiting for a good home, and these prices can't get better than where they're at tonight. So important to consider. Now let's get to our yellow diamond top of the hour. We're about 15 seconds away. Can't wait to show you this new design. I know new designs are challenging because we don't always know where they're supposed to be. And we tend to always, what do we do when we have new? We tend to just go up and over the top from what we've already had. So every time you see a new design, and we should probably, theoretically, we should be going a little lighter on carat weights. We should be going a little smaller on our jewelry. We're not. I think maybe in this world of gold where it is and diamonds where it is, we should probably be taking things down to smaller diminutive pieces with less diamond weight. That is definitely not what we did here. I don't know if you guys shop the way I shop, but if you're a jewelry lover, jewelry is so beautiful and rare and exotic, and there's so much of it. And it's easy now in any really industry. It's easy with the access to internet to really look around at what's out there. And as we start this last hour tonight on our Monday night, we are live, TVON, Lauren Blair, glad you're with us. We have a short hour left. It's a lot of great jewelry that we still have to show you. This premiere starting us all off. But this is really where we go extra, extra, extra deluxe in our yellow diamond environment. And when we just wrapped up a big JCK show. When I say we, the industry, literally every point of the globe, anybody who is in the fine jewelry world, in quite frankly, some people that aren't in the fine jewelry world are at this trade show in Las Vegas for the last several days. And it's a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what, it's mostly a time when the industry gets together and gets to, you know, compare notes and talk great things and talk shop and have fun and get together. And then of course, really show off some beautiful wares. Well, the yellow diamond world right now is shifting, and we've been telling you about it. We've been trying to keep you updated as to what's happening in the yellow diamond world. It's one of those highly elevating, no surprise why. There's a supply and demand issue. There's a lot of demand always for exotic colors of diamond. There's very little of it. The world over, I'm talking about even at the Mecca, like a trade show like we just wrapped up. Yellow diamonds have been going up month by month for the last several years. The Argyle mine shut down. It's made yellow diamonds so enormously limited. We're talking about scarce, beyond where they've always been, which has always been scarce. we have a 1 carat debut here. Now it's a 1 carat center, but there's more to it. It's actually a 101. It's bright. It's that vivid color that most yellow diamonds simply don't achieve. Most are a lighter, what we call a canary yellow. They have a lighter pale yellow color. This is about as bright and vibrant as it gets. That's all the beginning. You see, we paired it up in what I believe is someone who searches a lot of jewelry, who's in the designer trades as much as I am here with you guys on television selling values. This looks like something that certain pieces have that panache to them. They have that je ne sais quoi to them, where they just read as important pieces, no matter if you know a lot about jewelry or if you don't. Certain pieces just have a high level quality and look to them. That is this one. That is this piece. For those of you that say, I always have that finer champagne taste, if you walk into a store, no matter what they're selling, and you tend to gravitate towards the most expensive piece in the store, that kind of taste, I think if that's what you find with your own personal taste, I think you're really going to like this ring because it's very high end. And with that very high end price, you're probably going, I got to click this channel off before I get tempted by a very high end ring. It doesn't matter one bit. This is about value. And I know that I'm given the challenge of, yes, introducing you a brand new mounting with a really cool stone that also has a 101 center, but also 44 points in yellow diamonds to match it. And another, get ready for this big white diamond weight, and let's take a look at the sides here because it is a split shank. It's mostly yellow gold, by the way. This stays as is. So I do want to point out that the backdrop is in the yellow gold, and then it's going to bring you some white rhodium as you have white diamonds set. But it's 4117. It has that split shank with the trio. Can I just also remind you, this is a good time to say that our yellow diamonds are not treated. And let's take a look at how vibrant, vivid, and neon they are. That trio stacked in the corner in between the split. You've got the huge halo that matches your center. That's a 44-point yellow diamond weight on the side stones and another 87 points in the white diamonds. It is fantastic. Total, 232. Total diamond weight. All squared off overall, which matches the center stone shape. You've got the very large overall ring that we're going to show you on the hand that I think is going to wow everybody. It feels, it looks, it is everything and more that a $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 retail ring would give. Because we all know that rare natural diamonds that are this color are extremely expensive. And there's only really one way in the world to avoid that. And you know what that is? TVON, otherwise known as TVON. That's the only way. Here we go. I'm going to make sure this is a value and a half. 232 brand new. Like I said, we keep upping our game. We bring you new, and it just means better. It means bolder. It means, in this case, brighter. All of that and more. And we're taking our $18,999 ring, and I'm going to show it on the hand here because it is just enormous. When you talk about great look, still sits really balanced. Look at that perfect way. It's going to go side to side. All diamonds on the hand, looking great. Let's blow it out. You mean like all the jewelry, like even the brand new fanciest diamond piece we have is coming out at a blowout price tonight? Well, it's Monday night still. That's what we're doing. $18,999 is never going to do it. Call me right now. I think we need to do this here. I'm looking at the lowest price I can possibly bring you on the air is still $12,999, and I know better. That's just not going to work. So this is where we have to bring out something called the auction. We have the auction block, and it's going to help you own something very special for less. And this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put on the auction block. We're going to start extremely low, and we're going to let you play. We're going to let you play. We're going to let you own it for less than even $12,000, $10,000, $9,000. I got to put on the auction block and make sure we get somebody. Listen, we're not going to have a lot of competition. We're not going to get 20 or 30 or 40 bidders like we used to a few months ago, right? When it was cold and everybody was inside and it was winter time. No, we're not. That's the beautiful thing, is that we're still here moving the same epic, incredible jewelry, this time brand new and upgraded, and we still got to find a way to move it to you. So how do we do this on a quiet Monday? Not 9,000, not 8,000, not 7, not 6, not 5, not 4. We're blowing it out right now via auction. It's the only way I can get around a price tag like 19 grand that was supposed to be the lowest possible at 13,000. Can't do any of that. If it's going to stay here, it's not good enough. The price tag is really dependent on what's going to be the happy spot where somebody calls in, picks up the phone, dials that number and says, I'll take it. That's when we know we priced it right. So until that happens, we're not satisfied. And that is why right now, you're not even going to be asked for $4,000 to get this party started. It's not. This is how I love the idea of shopping for jewelry. Forget about that $250,000 piece where you're paying 25 grand in tax and retail. Forget about shopping a retail or a wholesale world right now where that loose diamond would be over 10 grand. Like as in just up the 15 freeway from where I'm standing right now, 10 grand for that center stone loose. You're not spending $4,000 to open that stone right there, over $10,000 in the wholesale arena right now this past weekend. That's what's been happening. Great. It's great if you're a wholesaler. It's great if you're a dealer. Do you mean you can sit at home as a viewer and just shop a better price right here? Yes, you can. Only through us, only through this show, not even $3,500 to get it started. Come on in. Certain pieces just have that wow factor. They have that look. They have that prestige. You're getting 232 in diamonds. That big center stone looks bigger with the halo around it. Again, what it looks like on the hand is everything. Someone's got to own this. And you know, I get hundreds of emails from different viewers and new viewers and longtime shoppers every single day. And I got to tell you something. The compliments that roll in, most of these emails are just compliments on pieces that you guys have received. And compliments that you received something and you either got it appraised or you got it at home and it was better than you expected, or you got it appraised by your jeweler and they told you what it was really worth. And then you said, that's a really remarkable value I got. This is what we get. We get more compliments on our yellow diamonds than anything else we do. True story. It's the yellow diamonds that you know are very rarely available in just any store or boutique. They are tons of money when you find them anywhere else. This is where I think we excel more than any other category, is with our yellow diamonds. And tonight, you don't even have to spend $35 or $34 or $33 or $32 to get this started. And let me tell you something, there's not going to be a lot of competition. So you don't need to worry about, I'm not sure if the auction format's for me. It sounds like a lot of pressure. I would just come on in and be that first bidder. You never know. We might be a one and done auction and then you get the value of a lifetime. And the fact that it's 32 and we don't have an open yet, that tells you something. When diamonds are on the rise every single week, every single month, we're seeing new prices on the same darn diamonds, the same diamonds that have been with the same wholesalers forever. And we're seeing the prices just go up and up and up and out of reach, quite frankly. So this is not going to be 32 or 31. How about $3,000 to get it started? I'm ready to move it and get it a home. That is what we're doing. We're getting that ring a home tonight, $3,000 to start, 60 seconds to get it, and then only a $10 increment from there on out when we do get the open. And that is a certainty when you have a value like that. Because when you think about what you spend on anything today and how prices have really been on the rise in every category, we say no. No, we won't do it. We are here to bring you value for as long as we can. And I'll tell you what, shop them now. Shop them now. Because values like this cannot just be, they're not immortal. We can't keep bringing this over and over and over again. We can't be, to be honest, we're destroying the diamond industry is really what the term is used by so many of the people in the trade. They're going, you know what you guys are doing on national TV? You're making it look like yellow diamonds are inexpensive and they're not. You're making it look like you're selling natural, really exotic yellow diamonds for better prices than lab-grown stones. Why you do that? That's where, again, it's a huge divide, but we're here for you guys. Forget what the industry says. Forget what the trade. If they have a problem with it, fine. That's because, again, nobody else can do these values, and everyone's trying to earn your business. And we are not going to get, well, if we don't have 3,000, we can either move on, or I guess we can try this. Forget the auction. I'll just blow it out. Somebody's got to have this ring. Somebody's got to have it. From me to you, one of the better values I've seen. We're not auctioning it after all. I can't do this. I can't go through an auction where we have no participation. I can barely speak anymore. $3,000, skip it. We'll blow it out right now. First caller to take it, say yes, call us early. I'll do it for $29.99. $29.99. It's I know, it's brand new. So nobody knows. This mounting hasn't been on, like some of our mountings have been on for 8 years every day. Every day we see the same mounting. So you're well versed on, you know what it costs, you know what it always is. It's tough to bring the new mountings that have the higher end quality and expect everybody to know what a value is. But I think you know because you've seen other yellow diamonds with the same size with lesser diamonds around them that aren't nearly this color, and they're more money. So hopefully that logically should trigger that sense of value in your mind. And if $29.99 doesn't do it, well, let's go a little bit lower and make sure it goes out the door, because that's what we got to do right now. I can't spend and invest this kind of airtime and then not sell a ring, right? Especially when it's new and exotic and special and brand new and all that good stuff. And so somebody out there, I'm a believer. See, I believe someone out there likes it. It's not about not liking the ring. It's just about maybe making it even cheaper. Let's scrap $29.99 and go lower. But remember, this is first caller. When it's gone, and we're now verifying. I hear a phone ringing. So how about this? $2,899 instead. There is nothing in this world, and I know we get kind of used to these values. We get a little jaded. I do too. But there is nothing in the jewelry world of this quality and this value available. I've been doing this a long time. You know that. There's a lot of jewelry out there. You also know that. I know you pay attention to what everyone's doing up and down the dial. I think a lot of you know what's going on in retail. I think a lot of you know what's happening at the big designers and the mom and pops. Is there a value like this anywhere in jewelry? When those diamonds are, once again, natural. That color is natural. That's not typical. And you know what? As we're verifying, forget about $28.99. Don't sell it. Operators, if you're thinking about it, don't sell it, because I never know if they're on this one or something else. But I'm not even going to have them sell it at $28.99, even if you beg me to. I want to make sure that even for the people that aren't shopping this ring right now, you see that I mean business in this last 45 minutes we have. These prices are going extra, extra low just to make sure everything goes out the door. I can't leave anything, not one piece. I can't leave anything else here. You already saw how much jewelry I have left from the show. We can't do that anymore. So let's take this even lower than $28.99. Maybe gone, but it's a better value. That's how determined I am to make sure that you see the values through and through. I'm not going to do $28.88, Tony, either. We're going to go even lower than that. Are you thinking about this one, Wayne? No? Okay. Oh, don't make me do this. My 22-year-long career is hanging in the balance right now. It really is. $28.88 and still here. Forget about it. We'll go even lower. If you haven't dialed in, to start dialing. It's going tonight. I'm about ready to give this a 60-second final call. The auction is gone. There's no competition. It's just, well, you do have to be first. But other than that, there's no extra 2-minute clock. This is going to be gone instantly. It's not even $28.88. I'm giving you a better value. Those are all, again, you got a carat 45 just in your yellows. All some of the brightest we've ever brought. Natural yellow diamonds, the most vivid, bright, intense quality. They're almost like a highlighter neon. Instead of that light, barely there canary yellow, which most yellow diamonds are, and they're still very rare and valuable, these are like looking at the brightest neon highlighter yellow color. And it's not going to be $28.88 or $28.50 or $2,800. I'm truly dedicated to getting you a value that makes sure it goes out the door. It can't stay here. It can't. It cannot stay here. And yes, I'll try it on one more time. And yeah, operators, it stays as is as far as the gold colors. You just tell me what size you need, but it's not going to be $28.88, $28.50, $2,800. I'm blowing it out. $2,799 gets it to one caller, and it's amazing. And we've got a better value than you could ever imagine. Here's what it looks like on the hand. 2 tones of gold, stays as is. Every gold piece, it corresponds with the diamond color. So your white diamonds are in white gold, your yellow diamonds are in yellow gold, and this is the way to get it here tonight. So 48 seconds remaining and last call, and that's all I can do. Now, Wayne, you're on something else, right? Something from earlier. And then Jason, are you on something else as well? So it's last call, 37 seconds to look at it, marvel at it, bow down to this value, because that is really, really good. So that's impressive. Enjoy, $27.99. That is such a deal. And yellow diamonds on the rise. And guess what? As you wear it, as you own it, as you love it, as you gift it, as you do whatever you do, that stone is still going to be more valuable tomorrow. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And a year down the line, it's more valuable. And 10 years down the line. And even 100 years down the line, when maybe you're not wearing it, but your future generations are, they have a more valuable stone. I mean, these are investments. They are valuable, worthwhile pieces of jewelry that happen to gain in value. And that is also just, when you think about what a value it is already, and the fact that's just getting better and better and better and just more and more and more rare as you own it, because there's not going to be, trust me, we know what's out there. The likelihood of finding new deposits of yellow diamonds or fancy diamonds anywhere, and then are they a good quality? This is a VS stone, no less. That 101 is a VS stone. Now, what did you pick up over there, Wayne? A what? A diamonds by the yard, perhaps? Oh, you can just tell me. Don't be scared. Got it. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to pronounce. All right. So we'll give it a last call here. We've got 60 seconds left, and then we're going to move right along. Just about 40 minutes. And we still have a blue wing block D to get to today for you. So we do have one of those on the way, and that's going to be our 8 carat 07 is on the way next. We'll show that to you. Or should we take a little break? Do we need some aqua? We've got a blue sapphire. Actually, fun to see the blue sapphire in the spinel we had earlier, wasn't it? Well, we actually have a really special blue sapphire that's a little bit lesser in size. So that's fun too, because we did have some big blue sapphire earlier and a very big blue spinel. So I thought we'd bring you a more affordable way to get a blue sapphire that also looks very regal and royal family approved, because they do a similar style, and a very, probably the most famous piece of jewelry in the world looks like this, right? Now that one's a little bit bigger, it's an 11 karat, but this one's very nice. And trust me, it won't be tens or thousands or millions of dollars, which is also nice, because I don't know how many of us have spent $1 million on a piece of jewelry, but this is the $1 million look for $27.99. And again, for those of you that are new and going, there's no way, that's always the biggest obstacle I hear. People always tell me this. They say, you know, when I first started watching, some people wait a year or more. Sometimes it's a year or two to make a first purchase. And you know what usually the obstacle was after watching show after show after show, a lot of people say, I just didn't believe that the pieces could be that good for the price tags, because it just didn't seem logical. So I thought, yeah, it's just bait and switch. They show one thing and it looks great, and then I get something entirely different. And then everybody, when they finally make that first purchase and get that first piece at home and see how unbelievably good it is, well, usually everyone has the same response. Gosh, I wish I would have started shopping sooner. And isn't that the case? So if you are newer to our whole thing, our whole show, fine jewelry, maybe it's newer to the world of colored diamonds, don't wait or hesitate on these pieces, because I can tell you on good authority, we don't have new yellow diamonds coming in. If you think we went out to Vegas and bought any new yellow diamonds in wholesale to make and create jewelry out of, no, we did not, because the price tags don't align with our values. So that's why, again, you can't rely on, I'll just wait for the next one. I'll just wait maybe in a few months, or maybe I'll be ready at the end of this year. You can't wait for those moments, because we don't have any new yellow diamonds coming in. That is the inherent problem. So here we are, $27.99. We're going to move along to a blue sapphire. We still have a blue wing coming up, and all the assorted pieces. Plus, we even have these big champagne diamond earrings. We also have this aqua. If you need an aqua and an emerald cut, look at that. Wow, look at the color. That's a strong Sierra Santa Maria there. So we'll get to all of them, but $27.99, and I don't know what's going on. Andy, is the phone line, they're just still bonkers? Because I'm showing someone's waiting on hold, but we don't have anyone waiting on hold? All right. Well, sorry guys, I was waiting an extra beat there because it looked like someone was trying to get through, but they're not. So, all right, we can move on to the blue sapphire, which is 1124225. Isn't this pretty? A classic. This is a classic. To me, this is a weird statement, but I think this is the LBD of jewelry. LBD is in little black dress. You know, we all have a little black dress, or if you're me, you have 18 little black dresses in your closet, right? That kind of always appropriate, always looks good, classic kind of piece that you can do whatever you need to. You can dress down, you can dress up. To me, if there's an iconic piece of jewelry, it's sort of the blue sapphire in the halo mounting or the ballerina style. This feels like the little black dress of jewelry that I know that there have been imitations of. There have been similar looks thereof. This is 1124225, and it's going to be our 84 point royal blue sapphire with the halo in the white diamonds around it, looking so, so good. It's a special piece, and that diamond weight, by the way, is significant. It's 52 points in the diamond weight, creating the perfect round, brilliant, classic halo. So this is a classic style in what is one of the more common, well-known, sought-after stones, a blue sapphire. Now, ironically, we don't see a lot of blue sapphires here. We saw a big one today that we brought out, but it was Madagascar material. This is Ceylon, so if you're really particular about your origins and you want to go with the best, this is it. Best materials from Ceylon, you got that here. The surrounding with the diamonds, the solid gold, which you're going to choose, white, yellow, green, purple gold, what do you want? Leopard gold, I've seen some of that, but usually it's just porosity and, you know, that kind of thing. But choose the white, the yellow, the rose, go traditional on it. It's going to be our big, big value, and I just want to blow it out here because we've had a lot of, you know, pricier jewelry. And I want to make sure that our pricier sapphire here gets a really nice markdown, like $63.99, coming all the way down to $49.99. But then again, it might sit here. So let's do even better. And I apologize, we have wonky phones tonight, so if you had trouble getting through, let me just give that disclaimer. Our phones are a little weird tonight, so if you've struggled to get through at all, if you've received a voicemail, please call back. We're not trying to keep you out, quite the contrary. We'd love to get you in and help you out with anything you've seen tonight. But just know that our phone lines have been experiencing some technical issues, so if there's anything at all, please just keep trying, call us back. This is not going to be $49.99. I really want to do a blowout. Let me try it on. You can dress this up with your Wonder Rings very well. You can wear it all by itself and it still looks grand as ever. That's what it looks like. And once again, we're about quality. Blue sapphire can be quite commonplace in a lot of places. You can see a lot of blue sapphires that don't look anything like this because they're usually too dark or they're too navy, or what we call inky is a nice way to put it. Like they're just a really overly saturated navy blue where they're not giving you the bright royal blues we love. That's what you have here. 49, no. 39, no. 29, no. We're going to bring it even lower. And we got to move it right now. You can take that in any gold. Doesn't it look like, I don't want to say replica because it's the real deal, but it looks like the world famous, iconic engagement ring of the British royal family that has been passed down, worn by some of the most well-known women in the world. And this is that look of the same origin in material. Now, that one's an 11 karat. This is an 84 pointer. But again, I don't know how many of us are going to wear an 11 karat sapphire every day. This size and scale might therefore make it more wearable for you, more comfortable on a daily basis. It's also not going to be $19.99. So already I see a value. White, yellow, rose gold, any size you need. You know, we do quarter, half sizing, 3/4 sizing, full sizing. So it's whatever you need. It's not just pick a size 5 through 10. It's any size specifically you need to make sure it's the perfect fit. And you go true to size on this one. Well, we're going to leave it here at $19.99. The only problem with that is I'm not leaving anything here. We have 35 minutes. I'm not leaving any jewelry here. We'll even probably go through and sell all that jewelry from earlier too. We'll find a way. But I'm not going to make it $19.99, and hallelujah to that. The classic, ultimate, must-have sapphire ring is here. And you're not paying even $19.99. It's the premium quality. What Burma is to ruby, Ceylon is to sapphire. It's the best source for sapphire the world over by far. You don't get better quality. It's a royal blue. When you start to see shine and sheen, when you can see through your blue sapphire, that is everything. That makes the difference. Most of them are just like rubies, they're opaque. They're murky or hazy or opaque. You don't see anything through them. Not the case here. Take a look. It's not $19.99. It's not going to be $1,500. There are big, big, big chunks of money that are flying off the price tag here, and we're going to do better than even 15, 14, 13, 12. When you're dedicated to moving everything, that's what's going to happen with these price tags. Get ready to have your phone in hand. Start dialing because it's not 12 or 11 or even $10.99. We got a big value. I'll just blow it out for $999. And that's it. We got 60 seconds with that one. And then I think we got to bring out the aqua. And we still have the Blue Wing Block D 8 karat that's new today. And there's more. And hopefully maybe even a request or two before the night is over. We would love to hear your requests. Haven't had one except for the diamonds by the yard, which was way back in our first hour. So I'd love to know what you'd like to see before we go. What can we show you before we run out of time? Tell us. Use that phone number to either get the sapphire for $999 or make a request, or let us know if you need to see something from earlier. Again, we'll be happy to do that. But $999 only on that one. That's a beautiful ring. And it is a classic, that's for sure. The classic never dies. There are certain pieces that will always look right, always look now, always look modern, always look fresh, and those are classics where you never need to worry about, am I going to get tired of that design? Is it going to one day, even generations from now, is it going to look like something that is oh so 2024? No, not with a design like this, because the ballerina style, as we call it, or the halo design, is always, always a favorite. It's a beautiful way to showcase an important center stone, which this one does, and you're getting your choice of gold color, and it's still here for $999. So we're gonna march on. We've got a lot to show you. Big aqua is here. If anybody wants the big stud earrings, these are the Cognac diamonds. 2 carat, okay, let's just do a quick little value here, because this is wild. We don't see big studs very often, and when we do, they're white diamonds, and they're enormous prices. You know our 2 carat white diamond studs, right? I've had them probably 400 times on the air here. We have 1 carat each. 2 carat total weight white diamond studs I do, and they're $7,000. These are omega backs, by the way, which even our regular studs are not. Now, why can we do an omega back here? So this is a lot more exotic. 112-1236 is the number. We're gonna mark these down. There's a 2 carat total weight here in our Cognac natural diamonds, and they're a VS quality. And there's 55 points surrounding them in white diamonds, which means 255 total weight. How many times have you seen me present the 2 carat solitaire? That means 1 carat white diamonds in each ear, 2 carats total weight. They have no diamonds around them. They're in a basket setting. They're $7,000. They're $69.99. Now this is an upgrade, because not only are you getting the 2 carats that are in a fancy color, not only are you getting the extra halo of 55 points in white diamonds, you're also getting a more important backing, because it's that flip closure. It's still for a pierced ear. They're not clip earrings. They're for pierced ears, but they have that omega back style. So it's a hinge that moves. So instead of a butterfly backing, it's that hinge, so that it keeps the big earring sitting upright to the outside world. So everybody sees the front of your earring, not this droopy little lopsided sad earring. That's the beauty of the omega back. So how does this compare? If we have upped the quality, upped the color, upped the halo, and upped the backing, shouldn't that be $10,000 on a conservative day? Because if the regular old white diamonds with no halos in a post and butterfly backing are $7 grand, I think those should be at least $99.99, don't you think? What if they're the same price? What if they're $69.99? You get all those upgrades I just spoke about for free, for no extra money. And we all know, we just discussed it with the yellows, we know how important a colored diamond is compared to a white diamond. They're 100,000 times more rare. So think about that. This is from the earth color. It's not treated to get that color, and this is not a champagne, it's a cognac. A champagne is a lighter shade of brown, very light. This is more of that cognac, which means it's like a champagne that's got richer colors that are almost have that chocolate tone or red tones to them mixed together by Mama Nature. And you're not paying $69.99 for that earring. That earring is special. That earring now just got all those upgrades for no extra money, and now we're going lower on the price tag. Oh, this is going to be fun. And yet, is it still a quality? Is it still an earring that's going to look good with everything? Yeah, that's a neutral. That's a neutral kind of earring. That color looks great with everything. You can even, if you want to, you can change the gold color. So that's what it's going to look like from a distance. I'm going to go ahead and give you a measure before I try one on. It's still going to give you that 255 total. Remember, this is a deeper saturated color than most of the champagnes and the browns. You can see it's a ½ inch in diameter. We're going to show you, there's a top post. So this one, because the omega has the post towards the top, and then what this does, if you're not familiar with an omega back, is it flips down. It all stays attached, but it just opens up like so, and then you flip it up. It's on a hinge, so you just flip it closed, and then it rests against the ear. So it keeps that whole earring sitting upright as opposed to doing that, where it falls forward, because that's what a bigger earring can do if it's got too much weight for the support of the backing. So what we need to do is I'm going to try one on, and then we're going to get you a better price than $69.99. So far, you've got all those upgrades, and you ain't paying for them. Now you get a better value, a bigger discount, and I think, let me make sure I've got this on right. I think what happens is sometimes it gets attached to my other earring. Let's take a look. They're on, they're perfect, they're ready to go. This is what's going to show you the size. For a reference point, and no, you don't see the omega backing. They're sitting beautifully. They're not too big of an earring where they're pulling it all on the earlobe. They just look and feel glamorous. They feel fantastic. You are getting that larger diamond weight at 255 altogether in total. You don't have to even leave them in the yellow gold setting. You can. They're ready to go. If you want us to change it to white gold, we'll do that. Let's go back to the wheel, show you up close that gorgeous clarity of those stones, and we're going to make it better than 69, 59, 49, 39. When we tell you there's all out value, this is it. And I'll tell you, we love our diamonds. But to see cognacs, I never do. Rings, earrings, we hardly ever see these cognacs. Let me get this one polished up for you as well. Looks like it needs a little polish here. And we're going to make it even better than even $39.99. This is already quite the value. This is a wild moment for our diamond lovers. Don't see anything quite like this. And I'm asking for just $2,999 only. And there you can see now you've got that earring all polished up. See, that is a VS stone. Perfect, like completely eye clean. You don't have to look at inclusions. You don't have to see any inclusions with the naked eye. You've just got an incredible $29.99 price tag. Our big blowout for the night. And then we've got our Blue Wing Block D to wrap up our show here. Just about 25 minutes remaining, and still get to that aquamarine that I had previewed for you. I think our sapphire and the halo design, that's still here. And let me know if we can show you anything else before we go. But last call, $29.99 for $255 in these exquisite and very, very important individual center diamonds. Such an upgrade in the color. We love to see that. That's so nice to get such a high-end color of diamond. That's very special and rare. If you're waiting to get through, please don't get impatient with us. We'll get you right through, but $29.99 for something like that, $255, extraordinary. That's our lowest price ever on those earrings. They can't go any lower than that. So our final 60 seconds, then we're going to get to our Blue Wing Block D. Final call now on the show. What can we show you? What can we bring out from the vault? What can we recap? Those are the big questions. Wait till you see this blue wing. We flashed it a couple of times. Time to bring it on out. Stunning and classic. It's the icon. It really is. It's the ultimate Blue Wing Block D. And we got it coming up next for you. So 45 seconds left on the earrings. Still awaiting a home there for those, but verifying. I know they're going to go before the show goes. So this is your last call. And then we've got our Blue Wing Block D opportunity, which is one of our last. So it's very exciting to see what we've got coming up for you. 30 seconds remaining. If you'd like to get those, seriously consider those earrings. Again, I bring you 2-carat white diamond earrings just about every few months. They're here. They're $7,000. They are never going lower than that. And they're $7,000 for what is a lot more plain and a lot more simple and straightforward than what you're getting here. So enormously important diamond earrings. I just got to make sure those go. Those are too good to stay here. They're just too good. I've sold so many diamonds. I mean, diamonds are the easiest stone to understand because they're everywhere, right? Not everyone's going to have a Congolese tourmaline, or nobody else has Blue Wing Block D, so those can be a little bit tougher to comparison shop. But when it comes to diamonds, granted, you're getting into the world of exotic color here, but where do you get white diamonds for that price? Think about your basic everyday VS white diamonds. White diamonds in VS quality are not basic. Usually what everyone's offering out there is an SI at best quality. It's really tough to get anything in a white diamond. Our VS white diamond studs that we do that have no halos are $7 grand. So you're getting over 50% off that to get an upgrade in the setting, an upgrade in the center stone quality, an upgrade in that additional 55 points in the white diamond halo. Our regular studs don't do that. They're just a stud and a double wire basket. That's it. So the $7,000 earrings are simply just not as good as this fancy diamond for $29.99 is just blow your mind good, isn't it? Jason, do you want those earrings? Verify. No, okay, they're available. All right, still here. I got to move on because we just have very little time, so I got to bring out this Blue Wing Block D. Gosh, that's a great earring. And if you live in studs, isn't it nice to have an option to switch them up? Yes. We had one earlier. I did have a mandarin oval earlier that was a 341. If you want a smaller one, it's about the same price though, Jason. That's the only thing I worry about with this one. Here's my carat and a half, and it doesn't have much diamond weight. It's really pretty though. It's very, it feels vintage. It feels lacy. It feels pretty and feminine, doesn't it? Very detailed. Do you like it? It's that carat and a half round. I've got 1124239 by request. That's a carat 51 round. It's got, let's see, diamond weight is 21 points. Blue wing is next. We've got a sparkling, brilliant, amazing round here. It is a carat 51 and it's got 21 points in diamonds. So is that what they wanted to see? They're not on the lines? Okay. Huh? Just one of those? Okay, let's move on to our blue wing block D. Yeah, that one's more money than the 3 carat and a half I had earlier, so I'm not seeing the value there. But it's a beautiful piece, and you know what? Give me a call, I'll give you an off air. Let's talk about blue wing though, because I promised this, and I know we got to spend a minute or two on this one because a lot of people need blue wings before they're gone, and we're in our last final days of blue wing block D. This is 1124228, and this would be the blue wing block D oval with a 807 size to it. It is museum reserve, and it also is going to be a lot of diamond weight around it. 93 points in a pure and simple classic. Got to make sure this one goes in. It will, because we got one of our better prices. The problem is that the Tanzanites have gone up. I know a lot of you have noticed what used to be, you know, 500 a carat have gone up to like 7 and 8 and 9, which is, by the way, still going to beat everybody out there. We saw the wholesale, just to give you updates on where the wholesale trade is right now, since a big show just wrapped up today. Let's talk about what the Block Cs are going for. The light quality, the light material that's still heated, by the way. Block C is still heated, it just doesn't have as much inherent saturation to it. So what you end up with is really, really light color, light lilacs, light lavenders. The Block C material is all we have left. So it's kind of the only option you have if you're outside of the TVON world is you're gonna get Block C pretty much anywhere you shop. The problem is that we just saw it wholesaling for over 3,000 a carat. That was for 1 and 2 carat stones when you're buying in tremendous volume, by the way. So we saw little stones in light color going for 3,000 and up a carat. And that was on the wholesale trade just this past weekend at the biggest jewelry show of the US every year. So what's nice is we can get you that higher end quality, not ask for 3,000 a carat, goodness knows. I'm glad we're not, because you know how that would add up. With an 807, suddenly you're spending $40,000 just on the stone. What about the diamond weight around it and all the gold supporting it and the great finishing of the undergallery and the choice of gold and the choice of sizing and the free shipping, which even shipping runs you about, well, it runs us about $280, you pay $0. If I said that the shipping was $280, how many of you would tune in and say, I'm never shopping there because I can't afford $280 of shipping? And that's what it costs. We pick up the tab on that because we know darn well if you're seeing a price like that on shipping, you're probably not going to shop any jewelry. So we just pick it up. We do it for you. We pay for all that. We pay for the gold color change, which is costly. We pay for the sizing, which is costly. But we do it all for you because we want you to have value through and through. And now we take what is a $40,000 stone, 807, by the way. If we just apply 3,000 a carat, I can go exact. That's we're talking about 24,000. You put together, keep in mind, gold, diamonds, what are you paying? 40 grand for a ring like this. Here's what we're going to do. $12,999 on the museum reserve, forget about it. The prices have gone up a little bit, and then I take them backwards. I just can't say in our last final few days, I can't up the prices for you. I can't do it. It's against my principles. We're in our last final days. I don't want you to be punished and have to pay more just because you might be newer to the show or you might be a little bit late to the party on the Blue Wing Block Ds. We've been offering them for 5+ years. So just because you're just discovering Blue Wings here or because you've waited till the end, I don't want you to have to pay more. So in essence, we're going to get rid of $13,000 and we're going to put it on the auction block and go ahead and move it out that way. And that's the only way. You understand why I have to do that? Otherwise, I am stuck with pricing this at $13,000 with no room to move. I know very well that's going to leave it here. Let's take a look at the inside. Finished entirely through the inside and on the hand. White, yellow, rose gold, and there are those reds. So not just any oval, but an oval that was set aside from the early days as one of our best and brightest and most reds right here and now. It's not 12,000. Let's blow it out via auction. Late night auctions, never a good idea if you're a TVON host. It's a really good idea if you're a shopper. If you're a collector, if you want to have the ring, we're going to go under $10,000 to get it auctioned off, and not 9, 8, 7, 6, or 5. And suddenly we're looking at under $1,000 a carat for a Blue Wing Black D Museum Reserve. Shouldn't be happening, should it? Fraction of wholesale. Do you know what retail's going for on Tanzanites that aren't Blue Wing? Retailers are sometimes getting $12,000 and $15,000 a carat. I know the retailers. If you need to know where, I probably shouldn't say their names on the air. I don't mean to disparage, but the retail reality is very different from our TVON fantasy land that we love to make a reality. You don't have to pay $5,000 for this ring. It's not $4,000 to open either. We're getting into some really old Tanzanite pricing here, and that's the beauty of it. It's not too late to get the value. We're saying goodbye to them shortly. We want you to have the value to get one last one, add to the collection, or maybe this is your first. And before you have to go spend more to get less quality, let's make it even better. Like not even $4,000 to get it started. Let's go low. $3,500, $10 increments only. And on an 807 that's got the reds. And if you're already seeing reds, and I know you are, wait till you see this thing in person. You will be astounded. But we got to move it, and we got 18 minutes, now 17 minutes left in the show, and then we say goodnight. And again, we're not here to shop on Tuesdays together at all, so we got to get a lot of shopping in here. And this one's down to 35. Let's give it 60 seconds to get it started. Come on in. Keep in mind, got an enormous diamond mounting here. If we get the open on an 807, that would put that stone at like $430 a carat. When you see, now let's not talk about wholesale or retail because you get it by now. That's more money. Let's talk about up and down the dial. Other shopping networks, the places you watch 24 hours a day all the time. What are they selling? Are they selling Blue Wing Black D? No, they are not. But is there a bigger price than $430 a carat? Always. Don't spend more to get less. Spend less, get more. That's our mantra. $3,500. We're still looking for that open. No open yet. 15 seconds is ticking down. Wow. I see a couple people are trying to get through. So unless it's just the wonkiness of our phone lines again, I don't know what's happening. So 35. Okay. How about this? I see a couple people are trying to get through. I don't know what's going on with their phones tonight, but I'll tell you this. Let's make sure we can get this at home. I'm going to test the phone lines right now. Let's skip the auction. We've got 15 minutes left in the broadcast. We're going to bring this out and bring it down to $3,499 just to move it. And you're looking at, in the last many months of bringing Blue Wing, which have been the upgrade, the Museum Reserve. I have to say, because I've been up here selling all of them, here's the issue. In the last many, many months of our farewell tour, you know when someone retires and they go on a farewell tour? Like a famous music artist, right? They've decided to quit showbiz. They're going to go on their big farewell tour that goes around the world, the whole thing, right? This is what's been happening. The farewell tour has been happening for the last several months in our Blue Wing Block Ds. The prices have gone up. Here's where I'm bringing them down. I want you to not have to pay more. Let's get you the museum. That's the thing. We've brought you the upgrades. What we had in Blue Wing Block D prior to Museum Reserve were not quite as much red. We're not quite as much neon. Now you're spending these incredible prices to get the very, very, very best from the beginning. Yes. Are you thinking about this one, Wayne? Do you have any questions? Do you want to see it on the hand again? Sure. White, yellow, or rose gold is your decision. There's no extra charge for that. You get the option of white, yellow, rose and your ring size. You can go true to size on this one. Keep in mind, it is a solid finished under gallery to it as well. And then you have, take a look at this. This is classic. I mean, that is the signature mounting we've been doing for, I've been selling versions of the signature mounting for 22 years, and it's never waned in popularity. Now that says something. Can't say that about every, if I was bringing out other designs from 22 years ago, you'd go, ooh, okay, that looks like 22 years ago. This style never, ever, ever goes out. I mean, you're just talking about a classic. It really is. From the halo, The wider sides, you really need that. I mean, you got a big stone in the middle with that big halo, so you want to support it properly, give it the right amount of gold, give it a structure underneath it to make sure that it feels great on the hand. We got it for $34.99. Now, Wayne, are you taking it or is Jason taking it? We've only got, let's see, white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, and again, first caller says yes. That's all I can do. We're going to give it a final 60 seconds. Don't hesitate. You can always remember, use that money back guarantee. You've got it. Utilize it if you need to. That's there is really kind of your safety net, right? If it's the really important shopping that you're doing, we want you to have that knowledge to know once you get it at home, then you decide. Make sure it's right for you. It's just special. And you just don't see them for that kind of price tag. $4.30 a carat? No way. We've got a couple of pieces to recap. If there's anything you want to see before we go, let me know. I think our champagne diamond, cognac diamond earrings still here? Nobody picked those up yet? Okay, so our cognac diamond earrings, the 2 carats with the 55 points and the diamond halo, still here. We have a zircon triple ring. We got the Congolese. I got to recap the Congolese tourmalines. Those are something we showed early. Let me bring those back out for another look. Here's our blue wing block D. Don't wait. Jason, anything we can go find for you? Requests coming in over there. All right. Wayne might be taking this one. Looks like we're verifying over there at $34.99. It's got to go. It's so beautiful. And when the reds are evident on camera, they only, keep in mind, it's a neon stone, so they only get more bright and neon when you see them in regular lighting, like i.e. not this bright a light. This is some really intense light. We got trained on that stone. So all your red flashes become more evident. All that saturation level of neon purples and blues and reds, it becomes better. You've got to see, this is why we tell you, it's why I talk about the money back guarantee, because you're going to be blown away. It gets better when you see it in person. How many times have we heard people say, she always says that Tanzanite looks better in person? I actually experienced that. People get it at home, open that box, and think we sent them a mistake. They think we sent us some higher end stone, because it does look better when you see it in person. Truly something you have to experience in real life with your naked eye to truly understand the blessing out of Mother Nature that this stone is. 2 Congolese tourmalines to recap, and there's some of our, I'm not one for recaps unless it's a really good value. These are just, it's a stone we can't keep in stock. I had 2 examples that are brand new tonight. Somehow they're both still here, which just means I showed them too early. So again, I clearly don't know what I'm doing. But take a look at this. They're the Congolese tourmalines. We have an Asher cut and an emerald cut. They're both under $2,000. They're both giving very intense blues and greens. Sometimes the Congolese stones of late have been way more green. And a lot of you say, no, I like it because of the resemblance it has to Paraíba. So I want to see blue and green. You're getting it in either of these stones. The larger is on the right side. That's 1124219. Tanzanite might still be here. Check with your operators. Here we go with the 312 on the right. That's your emerald cut. Then we have the Asher cut on the left. 173, Asher cut. You let me know which one you like. Now, the diamond weights are also tremendous. You get a carat 15 here. You get a fabulous 58 points here. But look at the stones. These are tourmalines that happen to be exhibiting perfect clarity to the naked eye. Here's the Asher cut, which I would say even gives you more blues and greens there. I was saying this earlier. I think you're getting a slight shade of golden mixed with your blues and greens here in the emerald cut. But it's bright. Either way, they're under $2,000. The bigger stone on the right's $19.99. The 173 on the left is only $12.99, which I think is our most affordable Congolese I've had, actually. So that's exciting that we can bring you affordability like that. Tony's giving you both looks at the graphics right now. You're seeing the emerald cut on the right. Those are the graphics for your emerald cut 312. Under $2,000 for a 312 that looks like this on the hand. Then the Asher cut's only $12.99. Amazing that's still here at the moment. There's your emerald cut. So right now, there are your graphics for the emerald cut. That is going to be a carat 15 in diamonds. Yes, go ahead. The one, oh good, the big round. I love that piece. So Jason, congratulate them, especially from me, because I really love that round. So our gold zircon from earlier just went out the door. And then now we have the emerald cut, Congolese, yeah. With the zircon, which one do you have? The 103? Can you ask if they know if they have the 103? I think with that one, let me look at it again. I think because I remember those diamonds were kind of at the northeast, south, and west. I don't know if the Wonder Ring's going to slide up directly beside it. Let me check it. Yeah, I think that actually that ring, yes, it'll look great. Just looking at it on the hand here, but it's going to sit usually a little. What I would do is, Jason, if they want it to sit right on next to it, you might want to get this in a little bigger size. Then you can slide the Wonder Rings right up next to it. But otherwise, they're going to sit a little bit right out at this point. So they'd sit right, the Wonder Ring would sit right about here. So instead of sliding all the way up to the band, it's going to sit just a little bit on the outside. But I think you can play with it and you'll see what you like. Now, if you get this a little bit larger, it would sit a little higher off the hand. Then you can slide your Wonder Rings like I'm doing right up next to it. So that's always an option as well. If you've already got the Wonder Rings, this piece just got spoken for. Jess, are you getting one of our Congolese? Okay, so got it. I'm going to show the Asher cut too, because I want you to see the Asher cut on the hand, because again, I don't get that $12.99 price tag on this one with all the blue greens. Let me show that on the hand. That's got to go. 112-4264 is the Asher cut Congolese stone. Look how pretty that is. Blues and greens, and truly, that's the most affordable price we've seen on the Congolese stones in all. So that's a really, if you've been, and it's not a small stone, it's almost 2 carats, and it is a specialty cut. And also, this is one that we were just asking about, Wonder Rings. This one also pairs up really well with the Wonder Rings for you. So you got an option, and you can change the gold too. So if you want to change it to yellow or rose, you certainly may. We have about 7 minutes left in our broadcast. So if you have last minute requests or want to see something again, holler at us really quickly so we can do that. But that one is just awesome. Let me just put it up individually. Maybe that's the problem. It's the only thing I can think of at this point. The only thing I can figure is that we just got to see it all by itself with the graphic, like we usually do, right? Just on its own, up close and personal, not waiting too long for that one to go. I don't think it has any way it can stay with us throughout the night here. It's just really good. Very strong color. Love the blues and the greens. They're intense that you see coming through, no doubt about it. Look at the inside, the way that's finished. This is a mounting that is great with Wonder Rings because it's a concave style in through the profile, so you can set up rings right next to it. It's just a beautiful Paraíba-esque stone. It really does give you the blues and the greens that Paraíba do. So it's lovely. And that one's only $12.99. So super affordable way to get the Congolese that are one of our most sought after stones here for sure. Don't forget about our Tanzanite drop earrings we saw earlier. Big kunzite was here. We did have that unheated GIA certified Madagascar sapphire for under $3,000. We had our huge blue wing block D emerald cut. That was our 18.5 carat. It was under $7,800. Have the Cognac diamond studs with the diamond halos. Well, they were only $29.99. So a lot of big values still hanging out here. That's the Congolese. Call me on that one. We get the 30 final seconds, then we move on. Still want to show you the emerald cut aqua. Flashed it. No, we've got some people thinking about that one. We'll share that with you next. 25 seconds left to go on this blue-green stunner. I don't know how or why, because the issue lately, some of the Congolese that we've been bringing out of late have not had as much blue. So when they don't have as much blue, they don't look like the traditional Paraíbas, which is usually the big draw here, is that the stone looks like Paraíba without a Paraíba price tag. This stone, out of everything we've seen of late, has a ton of those blues and greens, so it looks like the copper bearing material without the price tag of it, which is usually why these are so sought after. So grab it if you love it. We're going to show the aquamarine coming up, probably the last item of the night here, and it looks like this same mounting we just saw with that emerald cut Congolese stone, but with aqua. Look how pretty this is. A very intense Sierra Santa Maria emerald cut 1124023 coming right up, and it's going to be a markdown. Time to blow it out here. Last item we probably see, unless there's any requests that we can recap for you. And have you seen something you love tonight? Because it's best to just claim it, get it at home, and then decide. Here's our 228 aqua. Emerald cut and intense. Very intense color. 228 carat 15 in diamonds. The problem is when they get this intense, they go for a $79.99 price tag right here, and we're going to change that entirely. This is that carat 15 mounting that splits along the sides, gives you a nice way to anchor that big center stone. Unbelievable saturation level there. super bright. I'll tell you, we see Sierra Santa Marias pretty much without fail. That's all we see in the aquas. Well, this color, and I know I don't have 3 or 4 or 5 of them tonight to show you beside it, but this color is a step up from our ordinary Sierra Santa Marias. So it is another big dose of color. Tons of saturation. You get a, listen, I'm down to the last final 3 minutes. So we can't sit here with a $79.99 price tag and expect it to go, even as pretty as it is. But aqua lovers, it's time to get your aqua from the best mine that's extinct. We're talking about the best of the best. That beautiful, intense sky blue color looks more like a blue diamond than anything else. And we're going to make it $1,999 if anybody would like it. So a quick recap on what we have. 2 Congolese tourmalines, a mega sapphire from Madagascar that's GIA certified, a huge emerald cut blue wing block D. I'll show you some of them here. Got to make sure they go. Our Cognac stud earrings are still here. The 2 caraters. If you missed this emerald cut Tanzanite earlier, well, this one's $77.77 for the most astounding color saturation in a huge stone. Totally deluxe museum reserve. Also had those stud earrings. I'll recap those for you. We still had also, this is the sapphire, GIA certified blue sapphire. It's a blue, purple, violet. That was $27.77 with a GIA cert to go with it, no less. So we got some really cool blues up there. Have those stud earrings. I'll recap those. I still think this kunzite, one of our better values of the day, $24.99 for a stunning 16 karat 67 kunzite. Also have the, I still think that Asher cut in the Congolese blue green for $12.99. That should go. These are just a few of our pieces left from the show tonight. Let me know if you have any questions at all. We'll be here to help you out, but we are down to our last now, minute 40 in the broadcast. Here's those beautiful, these are Cognac diamond earrings. Cognac diamond studs. They start with the Cognac diamond 1 carat a piece, but then they have the white diamond halo. Those are down to $29.99. That is still, I think, one of our more exciting discounts and buys that we have here tonight. And again, we'll be here for a couple minutes after we go off the air, so don't panic. We've got another minute 25 left in the broadcast, but we're here. And we're here taking your calls and fielding those phone calls after we go off the air as well. So feel free to call us. And look at this triple zircon ring as well. It's just a fun ring that's a real personality piece if you want multiple zircons. That one is down to $777. Yellow, pink, and blue zircon all together stays in the white gold, but only $777 for that one. So just a little assortment of what we have left. And of course, if you missed the information or the price tags, we're here to help. So that's the thing. Just give us a call. We'll be able to help you and guide the way on any of those pieces. They've all been fully presented tonight. We're still here giving you all the details you need, and obviously some really exquisite Monday night pricing as always. So don't hesitate to call us. We'll help you with anything there on that wheel or anything else that might still be available from our 3 hours. And thanks so much again. We're not here on Tuesdays. We do not have a show on Tuesdays, but we'll be back Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Pacific, 9 Central Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern with more new jewelry. So I hope you'll join me for that. And thanks so much again for being with us tonight. Hope you had a great Monday night with us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for shopping. Like I said, we're going to be here for a few minutes fielding a lot of phone calls. I have a feeling on this wheel and beyond. So feel free to call us. It's a beautiful assortment, and the buys are incredible. So give us a call. We'll help you out. Thanks so much from all of us here at TVON. We wish you a great rest of your evening. Have a great Tuesday as well. We'll see you Wednesday night. I'm Lauren Blair. Good night.